stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions, he loves to sing. Join our Discord and follow him.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy new year, perhaps to you. It's only 6 a.m. here. I still got, 18 hours? I got 18 hours left in 2023. All you time travels, all you people in the future, all of you wonderful, beautiful people out there in the future. Can you tell me what the lottery numbers are this week? If you're in the future, can you tell me what the lottery numbers are this week? Because the IRS is coming for me, and I might need the IRS isn't coming. Till death do us part. So nice to see you, Fuel. Welcome back to the stream, Darth Blackman. It's so nice to have the lottery numbers are 42. I should have known the lottery number is 42. Or is that a 4 and a 2 or just 42, Clayman? Also, Frost Storm, thank you so much for the follow. Have you met Frost Storm? They have followed me today, you know, Frost Storm. I love you, you're great, I appreciate you. Thank you for following. I wonder how low my voice can get. Thank you so much for the follow, Frostor, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Happy Sunday, everybody. Impromptu stream. I didn't know I was gonna be streaming today. I just woke up and you know what I was feeling like, hey, I gotta get out there. I'm missing the crew. My camera's all off to the side. Hang on, folks. I'm over there. I should set up the auto follow again. I can't have it as zoomed in on auto follow. But it's so nice to see all you beautiful people till death do us part. Georgie, Alec, how the heck have you guys been? Who am I talking to today till death do? Are we talking to Alex? Are we talking to Georgie? Are we talking to both of you? How you doing? It's the first time seeing your intro song and I loved every second. I'm so glad you loved it. It's so nice to have you here. Popcorn, how the heck have you been? Kai Lore, I've missed you, my friend. We're back. The Stygian, my command is broken. It turns out you can just keep going. If you just keep doing first, you just keep getting points forever. My command is broken. It's I don't quite understand why it doesn't work the way I want it to. But yeah, you can just keep saying first and it'll say like, yeah, you got 8th, you got 9th, you got 10th. It'll give you points forever. 4, 5 ever, it turns out. Dithron, look at you go, number 8th again. Dithron, I hope you're really Smab. How we doing, my friend? How the heck is the UK treating you? It's so nice to have the whole crew here on this beautiful morning. I've been feeling a little bit down. Thought I need to get on here. Maybe, I'm always worried about streaming sometimes. Streaming usually makes me feel really good, but sometimes it makes me feel really bad. So I'm always like nervous. I didn't schedule a stream today. I'm starting kind of late or than I normally do. Maybe I shouldn't stream. I don't know. Look, folks, all I gotta say is you guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy all of you beautiful people are here sharing this beautiful moment with me, sharing this beautiful day. I hope you're having a beautiful day out there, wherever you happen to be. And the whole crew's here, folks. Devro, Clayman, Sigian, Connie Dev. I hope you're all doing a beautiful day, folks. Go check out. Oh, I got the UK is wet. That sounds rough. Do you plan on building Avengers team of coders, Baldurin? Yeah, I would love to. I have a student. What did we call my student who helped me with the site? We gave him a name. I can't remember now. I wonder if it's in the source code somewhere. But I would love to. Nick, enjoy your day, my friend. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a beautiful day. Remember, keep coding, keep growing, be the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime, Nick. Have a wonderful day. Folks, there's so many amazing people here, but I gotta give a shout out to Connie Dev. Go make sure, click that follow button, give Connie Dev a follow. Connie Dev, incredible streamer, game developer, human being. Connie, if you're still here, let us know what you're gonna be working on later today, because you're amazing. There's so many people. I want to give a shout out as well to Devro. We got to remember, we got Devro, we got Clayman, we got all these amazing Moondiz, Popcorn, all these incredible streamers hanging out until death do us part. And I'm going to forget all of you, and I'm so sorry. I feel like it's like, I feel like feel like I don't want to leave anyone out. I can't leave anyone out. You're all amazing. But what are we doing today, folks? What? Did I get my WAT command working today? Captain Coder, welcome. By the way, welcome to Captain Coder's Academy. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are working with TIC-80 today. TIC-80 is this program here. Connie says, we'll start a little new project. Want to implement TRT pose to control my VTuber after. Very cool. Decision is it's Christmas Eve's more. It's Christmas, not Christmas Eve. It's Christmas more popular than New Year's Eve in your countries. I think they're both pretty popular. I think Christmas is more of like a gift giving holiday. New Year's isn't a gift giving holiday, but it's like a big party. I'm not gonna stay up till midnight because look, Captain Coder is not the most in control of staying awake that late. Leminox, happy almost New Year, my friend, or maybe happy New Year to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome back to the stream. Code Monk, it's nice to see you, my friend. Happy Sunday, Monday, whatever day it happens to be for you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's nice to have you all here. I got my bean water, folks. Oh man, do I have a story for you guys? I don't know if you guys remember, I had said I was trying to cut back on the amount of caffeine I was drinking. Does anyone remember this? Is that just me? Liminox, it's about to be New Year in 5 hours. Awesome. I've got 18 hours to go. And Georgie, it's nice to have you. All good here. Thanks. Preparing for our first go at. Oh, that's right. Where are you guys streaming? Are you guys doing a collab on Dimple's stream? What stream are you guys doing that on? Who are you doing it on? Dr. Jin's or on yours? Where is it happening? Or is it like some kind of thing where you guys are somehow doing it on all of them? Gotta remember to check that out. I am excited. What time is that at? Till Death Dress, right? If you remember. So Snabble, I was like, I'm cutting back on coffee. I had these I quit drinking caffeine for about a week to like cold turkey cut myself off. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day, and then I might have a decaf cup. And so I got my partner's really sensitive to like acidic stuff, so I got this amazing coffee. So I have these 2 coffees that are amazing. One of them is it's called Life Boost, and it's a decaf coffee, low acidity, supposedly low fungal growth and whatever. This really, really good coffee. It tastes great. I have another one that is like a medium roast. I have been drinking the medium roast thinking it was decaf because the packages look so similar. And I'm so stupid. I finished it off and I was like, all right, I need to get some more. And ordered more decaf. And I was looking at the package going, oh no. So I have not been, I thought this whole time, I was like, oh man, I'm doing great. Not having coffee. I've been drinking it at night, but I've been having like trouble sleeping. This is all through the advent of code too, where I was just like exhausted and tired, just having trouble sleeping. I've been drinking caffeinated coffee that I thought was decaf for the past month. Oh man. So this one was an accidental lie, Snabble. Accidental lie this time. Folks, I hope you guys have your bean water with you. Maybe you got your leaf juice, leaf water, maybe just got some fresh water. What time to start a new SMAP? That's right. So a few days ago I started off on it. Fresh Meat, good morning, Fresh Meat 911. How the heck have you been? It's nice to see you here, my friend. It's nice to have you here. That said, I did start out. There's you don't have to wait till New Year's to start. I started working out again. I started working on my treadmill again. It's gonna be a good year. It's a terrible mistake. We're all streaming. Cool. Gonna do some testing 4 times, so hopefully we get to work starting at 7:30 GMT. Very cool. I can't wait. I'm gonna be there, folks. Be sure to give Till Death Do Us Part. They're gonna be doing a collab Pathfinder stream with Dungeons and Dimples, friend of the channel, Dr. Jin, and Alex and Jordan. They're gonna be playing a one-off Pathfinder campaign. It's gonna be exciting. Go give them some love, folks. All right. W Nick VODs TV. W Nick VODs TV. How are you doing on this beautiful day? W Nick W Nick. W Nick VODs TV. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nick, for the follow. I hope you're having a beautiful day. If I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, feel free to correct me. What's that? Maybe it's WN Ick VODs TV. Whatever your name is, feel free to correct me, folks. Captain Coder wants you to feel welcome here, and one way I can make you feel welcome is pronounce that name right. So if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, feel free to correct me. Correct me. Make me know. I got the treadmill you ready for Christmas. Oh, getting those steps in. You got to get those steps in. Georgie, it's the first time in my life that I have felt that there's a physical activity. That's not entirely true. It's the first time in my adult life, since I've been like 30, that there's a physical activity that I feel, it's because I started working remotely about 30, a physical activity in my life that feels sustainable. And I'm so glad I got it. And Mooniz was the one who suggested or spoke of one for me. All right, folks, here's what we're doing. We are working in TIC-80. What the heck is TIC-80? Sitchin says, where's Captain Coder's 2023 recap? How much repos did you make? How much bean water did you drink? How many socks did you sell? Look, I didn't sell any socks, but I think I gave away like 100 pairs of socks. I'm almost out. I'm almost out of the Captain Coder socks. I might have to get some more. Redden, welcome back, folks. These are, you can't buy Captain Coder socks. You can't buy them. These are the original Captain Coder socks. I had 500 pairs of these made like 2 or 3 years ago. You can't buy them anywhere. You can only get them by participating in Captain Coder's Academy. I think I gave away about 100 pairs of them this year. It's fun. How much bean water did I drink? Too much. We could ask my Amazon how much bean water I drink, probably. It's kind of ridiculous. I put it, but I stopped, I slowed down, and now my folks, I don't know if I've ever said this on stream, but I was approached by a company to be they wanted me to be a coffee sponsor. They wanted me to, I got approached by a sponsor saying, hey, we love your stream. We love what you've done with the coffee. We know you love bean water. Would you like to promote us? And I tried their coffee out and it was terrible. I was so excited. You have no idea. I was so excited. About it. Smab, Pico 8. I think I want to do some Pico 8 stuff in the future too. So here's where I am. Their coffee was so bad. I hated it. I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Your coffee is terrible and expensive. There's no way I could promote it. Redston, though, how you doing, buddy? What have you been up to? Are you working on your what do you call? Is it Wood or Wood is the name of your game? Is it Wood or Woob? Wood. Yeah, it's Wood. Or is it? It's Whoop. It's Doom upside down. Whoop is Doom upside down. How's or inverted, upside down and horizontal, flip diagonally across. Okay, so I think you made a mistake. You should sell rocks that it would be Captain Coder rocks that may be easier to advertise. Look, Captain Coder rocks than a Captain Coder socks. It's true. That's true. You know what I do sell? I don't know if you guys know this. I do sell commissions. I do sell a drawing commission. So if you want something really stupid and memorable, silly and memorable, I sell poorly drawn digital art. I'll do it live on stream just for you. You give me a prompt. And we'll generate an AI image to be the concept art, and then I'll draw you a terrible drawing. Look. You want to get a Porkington of your own? Captain Coder will do it. And look, if you don't have that money, if you don't have the money to spare, all you got to do is hang out in Captain Coder's stream, and then you can redeem for 30,000 Captain points. You can request your very own drawing. Doesn't even cost you a thing. Draw you a digital image live on stream, and it'll be all good. All right, folks, but yeah, that's the request there. Where'd it go? Connie, you're almost there. You're almost there, my friend, and then we'll be able to get you a drawing. Just a few more points. Look, folks, you guys are all beautiful people. Points at all for being here on this beautiful day. 500 points to all you beautiful people out there. I hope you're having a beautiful day. All right, folks, what are we doing today? We are going to hang out. We're going to do some stuff in TIC-80. Why the heck are we 10 more captain truths? It's true. Thank you. Sijian, you're so close, Smab. You can get yourself several images. Who do we got here? Jordan. Jordan. Oh, Jordan. Thank you for following me today. Is it OG Oridan? However you pronounce your name, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Captain Coders Academy. Happy Sunday, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Folks, we got to welcome Jordan. Thank you so much for being here. What are we doing today? Maybe we might be able to do some. We're taking a look at TIC-80, the tiny fantasy computer. Straight here, my name and it sounds very different. Gotcha. Well, if I'm pronounced wrong, if you want me to pronounce it different, feel free to correct me. I'll do my best. But it's so nice to have you here. We're playing with TIC-80 today. I'm not a Lua programmer. I've not done much Lua in it, but my students, Grumpy Game Dev, actually, I saw him playing with this, and I was like, this is an awesome little tool to teach kids how to program. Check this out. This is, it's like an all-inclusive, fantasy computer is the best way to put it. Let's load Quest here. So it has, you learn all these soft skills. Here's the thing that I love it. You can learn all these soft skills in TIC-80. It's like kind of all built in. So you can make little games like this one. So here's this little game. I'm this little guy. I'm running around here. I can maximize it if I want. I feel like maximize looks a little bit worse than not maximize. But it's this little game computer here. All right, I'm gonna go pick up a potion. I get my key here. Z stabs things. All right, so I'm gonna go stab some fireballs over here. These fireballs will come try and get me. I'm gonna stab them real good. Okay, so it's designed to create these little games like this. I must have used my key on accident. To open that, I had to use a key. Okay, let's go get another key here. I'm gonna come up here. We're gonna kill this goblin guy. Let's go get this key here. So I'm teaching a class because I thought it'd be so cool to do this. Teaching a class in my winter term. So starting in January. Starting next week, not next week, but a week, January 8th. I can go open this, get these items here. I'm gonna go pick up this key over on this other side of these spikes. Ooh, I stepped on a spike. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. So this little engine here, so check it out. Almost replicable. The whole thing, it's like all built into, it's all, so it doesn't necessarily teach us the best programming practices, but it's this little tiny computer, has low resolution. I'm teaching a class called Making Retro Games in TIC-80. So check it out. It has a pixel art editor built into it. It has a map editor built into it. Check it out. This map editor, so students learn about tile maps for mapping stuff. Has a sound effects editor built into it. There's no sound effects in this particular game. It has a music editor built into it, and it teaches a lot of these like really basic game dev ideas of you should have sprites. Using sprites to do your animations, but it doesn't give you a million different things to do it. The API is tiny. Let's look at the API for this thing. The TIC-80 API is tiny, and so I feel like it's approachable to be able to do a lot of really neat little things. It's designed to make tiny games. Roiku, how's it going, buddy? And do it using a variety of different programming languages. We'll be using Lua. But you're limited. It limits what you can do. So students don't have to feel this pressure to make some fancy, super crazy game using all this collision and 3D, blah, blah, blah. You can do it in the limitations are what make it really interesting here. It's 16 bits. So you have 16-bit colors. So you have 16 bits. Sorry. What would that be? 4-bit color, and you can switch the palettes. You can actually set it up so you switch between two banks if you pay for the full version, or compile it on it. It's open source. You can compile it. you can get 4 banks. So you could actually swap these colors out. So it teaches you all these little techniques that were used on older systems for palette swapping. You can make like a 1-bit game, 2-bit, 4-bit. So if we wanted to make a Game Boy S game, we could go down to 2 bits. 4 bits is, I don't know what system. Nintendo, I think, is a 4-bit colors. Is that, someone correct me if I'm wrong, the original NES. But it's just so cool. It's all sort of built in. And so I'm exploring this today. Roiku, I'm teaching a class. It's a little, seminar is not quite the right word. It's a mini class. It's a mini class. It's 11 weeks long, 1 hour a week, no homework. So it's just like an exposure class. NES had 2-bit colors, thank you. NES had 2 bits, I don't know if that's true. How many colors on NES? 56 colors, 2-bit, really? That's amazing. I can't believe how much they got done with 2 bits, because 2 bits means that you only have 4 colors on the screen at the time. That's crazy. That is so wild. Mega Man. It's because you can do palette swapping, right? Mega Man 2. Explain Unicode and how well I can use it in the console. I've fallen down a deep rabbit hole. Smab, that sounds like quite the rabbit hole. Irad Dev, welcome back to the stream. How you doing, buddy? It's nice to have you here. Look, if someone told me, this is nuts. If someone told me that there were only 4 colors on this screen here, 4 colors and lack of color. Yeah, 4 or 5 different colors you can use at any given time. Okay, Distron, that's why I was confused. I was going like, there's no way. Okay, that makes sense. You can have a couple palettes on. I haven't programmed for the NES before, so I didn't know. I wasn't sure about that. All right, sorry, let myself. Game Boy Color is definitely 4 bits. 2 bits as well. Distron, that makes sense. Thank you for the clarification. I was just like so confused. I was like, are there really only 4 colors on this screen right here? It is kind of amazing what they've done with the colors. So any given tile can have up to 4 colors. Any game would overlap one sprite over another for more colors. Gotcha. That sounds familiar. I remember, so I have done a little bit of like NES ROM modding without changing the code, but modifying the tile palettes on those, like swapping out. I remember when I was younger, modifying tile palettes. Thetra, welcome back to the stream, folks. Thetra just released a Metroidvania. You guys got to go check it out. One sec, let me pull it up here. Thetra, how the heck have you been, folks? Let's give a shout out to Thetra real quick. Shout out Thetra. Look, Thetra, how the heck have you been? Folks, give Thetra some love. Incredible streamer, game developer, programmer, and then go check out this game that Thetra just made for a game jam. How long did you? 72 hours. 72-hour game jam. Check it out, Thetra. Let's see, Thetra's, here, we're gonna pin it. Thetra's game jam entry, Metroid for Melon Jam. All right, there it is. Let's get that pinned up there. Folks, give it some love. Incredible stuff going on. Apparently I have 2 things pinned. Oh, there we go. Yeah, give Tetra some love. Did I post about my little demo on your Discord? Distron, I'm not sure. I don't recall. You may have. Depends on how long ago. Feel free to if you did, feel free to post a link to it in the Discord so I can find it. Let me look here. What was your Distron? I don't remember what your project was. If it was in the last 60 days, I've been kind of off the planet a little bit, not able to focus. But yeah, we're doing some fun stuff with TIC-80. So I'm mostly today, I want to just explore TIC-80. I can show you some of the stuff I've done a little bit. Let's see, I called it Asteroids. It's not really Asteroids here. It was Giantess Rescue, featuring a giant woman rescuing POWs. I have not seen it, or I don't recall it. What are you diving in again? We are doing, what am I coding in? I'm not sure what you're saying here. We are taking a look at TIC-80. TIC-80, I'll do a WAT one more time. TIC-80 is a free and open source fantasy computer. So it's a little tiny computer with major limitations compared to modern systems. Massive, not like almost unlimited when you talk about like old school stuff. But it's designed for making small retro style games. And so here's an example of one of the things. I made this yesterday as just to see what it was like. Oh no. There it is. So I made a little tiny space-ish game. It's not done yet. So one of the things that's really cool that I can have my students is like, okay, here's how we can do. So the students who are taking this class mostly have done, looks like GB Studio. Yeah, it's really cool. So you can do like little animations here. It's very similar to Pico 8. Pico 8 was another option. What is Pico 8? Pico 8, does this have, okay, so here's why I didn't do Pico 8. I remember now why I didn't do Pico 8. Pico 8, I don't think there is a free version. Okay, is Pico 8 have a free version? The main reason I chose TIC-80 is it's open source and you can edit code directly in the web browser. Students don't have to download anything. But yeah, this is very much like Pico 8. And so here's this little game I made here. My controls I need to adjust my controls 1 second. Up, down, side to side. A, B, X. Oh, try again, Y. There we go. Save. All right, so I made this little tiny, it's sort of like a space thing. I was looking at what would we need to be able to teach this? Kirito Games 777, YouTube, YT is YouTube. Kirito Games, how's it going, my friend? Have you met Kirito? They have followed me today, Kirito Games. Thank you for following me. Thank you so much for the follow. But made this little tiny game here where we just have some basic, I don't even know if you guys probably can't hear the desktop audio here. Let me turn on the little audio. There is some audio here. So we have a little ship. We got these little asteroids floating around. So this was just like a simple demo. I'm trying to learn this tool. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do to learn it? It has wraparound, if you go off the edge, you come off the other side there. Has a little bit of sounds. There was some music that was really annoying, so I destroyed it, or I got rid of it. They changed the P to T and O to 0, moving one letter, Pico 8 to TIC-80. That's interesting. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I am a big fan of the TIC-80. So far. There are some major limitations on it. So debugging is kind of painful, but it reminds me of back in the day when I was doing stuff in BASIC, and doing stuff in like, Turbo Pascal's a little bit advanced, like has a lot more features. But yeah, making this little endless space shooter, for lack of a better word. These asteroids will keep spawning. I have some little diagnostic information in the top right. So this was the first thing I made. And it's amazing when you make these things. A cross between VIC-20 and TRS-80. Smab, that sounds like it's probably correct. It's just I haven't done much with it. I think it's fabulous. And I'm going to support these guys. You can pay to download the full version. The full version doesn't come with actually that much more. The thing that the full version comes with that the free version doesn't is when you build your games, you can build them as standalone. In the free version, your source code gets distributed with it. So when you run it, you can always get back to the source code. Totally fine. The paid version has that. The paid version has a couple extra channels. Let's see. There are so I know there's a few things. So on the sprite editor, there are 2 banks of colors in the free one. And then there are 4 banks in the paid version. From what I understand, you get 4 banks instead of 2. There are things like that. I think you get a little bit more memory, a little bit more space, but not that much. Only side that, did you build an emulator? I did not build an emulator. This is what you're seeing here is the TIC-80. This is the TIC-80 fantasy computer. I'm going to be teaching. Teaching is a strong. I'm going to be running a small class, a short class. It's 11 weeks long, 1 hour a week class with no homework. Students will almost always do stuff in their free time though. And in this class, we are going to be exploring creating retro style games in TIC-80. So my goal is to build a couple projects. So they're not going to build a whole lot from scratch. Some of them will. But because it's 1 hour sessions, what I want to do is have a class where I come in and say, okay, we're going to learn about animation. So we have sort of like a game ready to go. So this might be a game I give my students. Say, we're going to learn about the pixel editor today. So here's this little, and a game is a strong word. Here's this little game here. And I want you guys to play around with the sprite editor. Another little lesson we might do is, I didn't mean to quit. One thing I also really love about the TIC-80 is, again, it runs in the web browser. So I can literally, if I want my students, I'm going to set up some pages they can click to run in the web browser, edit the game in the web browser. So here's this one running in the web browser here. Edit, you can actually come in here and edit your code in the web browser. Save file, what is the export file.tic? What is it? Export. There's a way you can download export. Is it just export? Export. What was it? There's a command you can pass into here. Let's see. TIC-80 API. It's a command you can pass in and it downloads the file. What is it? Edit, eval, exit, export, folder, help, import. Is it export? Let's try export HTML. 1 second. Invalid parameters. I gotta read. Export HTML. File.html. And it will literally export this thing and then it downloads. Oh, no, it doesn't. Didn't download it. What is the heck? There's a command I can do. I forget. I do really like the TIC-80 uses cartridges that are pictures that hold all the code. That's the TIC-80 does too. The TIC-80 has a single file called a TIC file.tic that has the entire project in it as well. I just can't remember. There's a way. Save. I've done it. Oh, why can't I remember this command? I remember because that didn't work, and I had to submit a request to their GitHub for them to fix it. What is this? There's a command you can enter to download it. Because import also works from so you take a file, import from your local computer, import binary blah. Hang on. I've done this. I'm so confused now. Hang on, folks. I'm gonna actually read. What? Did they take it out? I'm so confused now. 80 download from web. It might have been directly on their GitHub. The command might not be listed there. Hang on. Now my brain is confused. Binary commands. Bear with me, folks. I appreciate you. My brain. I gotta actually pause. What? Nightly build pro version. Games. Pro features comes with very little. Save load cartridge into text format. You can edit in a different editor is one of the things that you get with the Pro feature. Really cool. You can build the Pro. It's open source. You can actually build it, like compile it. Instead of having 1 memory bank, you have 8. Okay, so you get a bunch more memory banks. Export that editor. So you get, there's like the free version comes with almost everything, and that's something I really love about it. I don't care about the build instructions right now. I care about why. Where did I find this information before? It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I know that you can save and load from the web browser. Actually export it so my students can do stuff from the web browser. I'm just GitHub Wiki. Maybe this is where I found it. Console. Full list of commands. New, load, save, edit, run, resume, import, eval, add, get, export. Where is it? Can you make a commercial game on Steam or itch? Yes, absolutely you can. Absolutely can. Keep in mind that they're tiny games. They're tiny games. So one of the things, that's not entirely, you can make big games with them too. There is a limitation of 64 kilobytes of code. So it's interesting that you have 64 kilobytes of code is the max. So one thing you'll notice, let's see if I go to edit here, check out in the bottom right corner of the editor here, 436. Every character counts, and you only have 64K of characters that you can type. So you do have to be a little bit, for small projects, it doesn't matter. For small projects, it doesn't matter. But it's really, I think this is such a cool little program. We're gonna have a ton of fun with it in my class. All right. So what did I want to make today? I don't know what I wanted to make today. ASCII Skyrim. So here, ASCII Skyrim would be fine. One thing that's super interesting about TIC-80 that I think is really actually kind of cool is you just have this update. Essentially, TIC is what it's called. You have this update function called TIC that says it runs at 60 frames per second. Runs at 60 frames per second, and so you can't do things like input. You can't just say, okay, block and read user input. Writing a text-based adventure would be tricky. So one of the things I was working on, I said like, okay, what are the types of things my students might want to do? Asteroids was kind of one. It turns out Pong is like a relatively complex game, but my students might want to, and I know I would, this type of thing I like to do, make a little RPG with some text and dialogue. It's one of my favorite things to have my students make a little RPG with text and dialogue. And so I was actually writing a little library here to do exactly that. So set it up so that you have this RPG thing, this little text output area here, and I have it set up so we'll just print things here. So I wrote a little dialogue library. So one of the things I think I want to do is put together a site of little dialogue libraries or things like, have you built your Tetris in it yet? Smab, that was the first thing I was thinking of doing. They already have one. Oh, I keep exiting. I don't want to exit. I keep wanting to go back to the terminal. This works on Linux, so you can make game with this on a Steam Deck. This works on, it's super cross-platform. It runs in the web browser. Did you ever play a game called Advanced Dungeons & Dragons on the Intellivision? I didn't play it on the Intellivision, but there were several Advanced Dungeons & Dragons games that I did play. So, Smab, they already have a Tetris here. And so part of me wants to make it. All right, so they do have a Tetris already. I don't have it on the Intellivision specifically, but I've played several of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. It would work on Linux because of the web build. It also runs directly on Linux. It runs directly on Linux. They have build instructions for it. You can download it. I think there's even have a binary for it on Linux. But yeah, because of the web build. Here, let's see. Where did the... I wish they had a table of contents here. It's annoying that in my mind, it's annoying that Windows, Linux, they have instructions for building on a bunch of the different popular distros of Linux, Mac, FreeBSD, all this stuff. And you can install it this way too. It's great. It's great. D&D, but the Intellivision version is pretty simple and also quite fun. Gotcha. No, I haven't played the one on the Intellivision specifically. But Smab, I haven't made Tetris. Maybe I should. I love, so that they do interesting things with it here. So in their version of Tetris, they have these blocks. And then the map editor, they're like their game screens. I love the way they do this. So they actually go in, this implementation. They say, okay, well, I'm going to use the map. The world map to be my different screens here. All right, so they come in, here's if the game's paused. And so I'm going to show my students how to do, I'm going to encourage my students to do stuff like this. And so when we run, let's go ahead and run it, you get stuff like this. And it's like, okay, we're going to use, and we can even explore this code. This code's a little bit, it's not crazy long. It's 1,298 lines, but we sort of explore. And it's what another thing I find interesting is this doesn't say, you know me, I start trying to over-engineer everything. I try to over-engineer everything. The way TIC-80 sort of is built out is it's procedural. It's procedural programming. So you don't have to start thinking, okay, we got to do object-oriented programming. Got to look at an object. Got to do this. It tries to encourage you to write things in those using a map for scene backgrounds. It's cool. It's really cool. Look, so they have like load best, save best, these things here. But we can like go look at it and say, okay, how do they do it? It kind of. So it's not object-oriented programming. It's that the code is written as functions, not as methods. It's like one big program. You can't separate it into separate files. So you want to be careful. They have things like this where you can have these like outlines where you go between the different codes. So it really encourages my students to say, like, let's go look at the code. Again, this is just a fun exploration and again, managing complexity is a really challenging thing. But let's go find the TIC function. At the end of the day, this is the function that gets called repeatedly. This function gets called, and we can look at things like this: init, update, draw. This is like your basic game loop. Okay, we want to update the state of the game and then draw. Update the state of the game and then draw. Update the same. All right, screen manager.draw, and we can go look at screen manager.draw. Screen, updates it. Sound manager. So it goes through these little things here. And this game is so complex already that, like, is this some known language? Looks like a mix of basic game maker language. This particular language happens to be Lua. Something that I love about the TIC-80, and we will be using Lua. These are the supported languages. Lua, MoonScript, JavaScript, Ruby, Wren, Fennel, Squirrel, Janet, and Python. So a lot of my students coming in already know JavaScript or Python. They're going to be my script. Yeah, that's right. Nefine, welcome back. Reminds me a bit of Raylib with C, a little bit, but it's Lua. What you're seeing right here is Lua. Well, I'll be teaching it using Lua. Kimo the hero, or is it Kimo? I'm gonna go with Kimo the hero. Kimo the hero. Thank you for following me today. We got Kimo the hero. Welcome to the family. Thank you for following. Welcome aboard. I'm glad you're here on this beautiful day. Oh, Kimo, the hero. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. TIC-80 has disproportionate amount of Lisp-like language. That's another thing I kind of like about it, Snabble. I'm a big fan of this scheme. I think they have more than this. Hang on. I think they even have more of this. So I type new. They do have scheme. Look, did I already say, did I show scheme out here? They didn't show scheme out here. So they actually have Lua, Ruby, JavaScript, Moon, Fennel, Scheme, Squirrel, Wren, WASM, Janet, so you can program in WebAssembly directly, Janet and Python. Super cool. Greetings from Tortuguitas, Buenos Aires. Gonzo, welcome back to the stream. How the heck have you been, my friend? It's nice to see you. Royku says, do you think there's job opportunity for someone knowing Lua in the game industry? I don't want to say that there are not. Lua is a scripting language that is often, there's a lot, so I don't think if the only thing you know is Lua, probably not. Dev Donut, how's it going, my son? Welcome back to the stream, folks. You guys know the Dev Donut? Do you guys know the Dev Donut? Incredible streamer, game developer, fabulously fun streamer. Go check him out. Dev Donut, how you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the stream. It's nice to see you here. Folks, give him a follow. Give him a shot. What have you been up to, Dev Donut? This actually reminds me a little bit of Lua. This code here is Lua. The code we were looking at here a second ago is Lua. Like all the wow. Exactly. So Lua is a language that is super popular for modding because it is designed to, not necessarily designed, a lot of people have used it as a scripting language. It's really easy to add into another programming language to do mods. So Roblox is modded using Lua. I'm pretty sure Tabletop Simulator's mod support is in Lua. There's another game that I modded and it used Lua. It's kind of a weird language. What is the other one? Legend of Grimrock. Legend of Grimrock is modded in Lua. Unity, if you want to make it so Unity support, if you want to add modding to your game, it's super, and you're writing in Unity, it's super easy to add Lua scripting, and it just binds directly to the C# stuff there. Devro, have a beautiful day, my friend. Folks, be sure to check out Devro. Give him some love. Hang on, Devro? Be sure to give Devro a follow. Amazing 3D artist. Give him some love, folks. Click on that link. Follow him. It won't let me give you a shout out, Devro. It won't let me give you a shout out. But give him some love, folks. I gotta wait 38 seconds. Someone remind me. NeoVim could be considered a game that also uses Lua. It's true. Nephi. NeoVim is everything you ever wanted in an editor, in a game. That's true. And my mom is Leia. Leia, yeah. I will say it won't hurt to know Lua. I doubt there are... if you wanted to work at Roblox, probably being really proficient in Lua and modding is probably a really good thing, because that's, I think, one of their big shticks, one of their big deals at Roblox. We actually teach a class. I don't teach this. There's another teacher at the school I work at that teaches a class that's specifically Roblox modding. And so a lot of my students are like, can you teach a class where we learn a little bit about Lua? And so that's part of what I'm doing here. So I've had several students say, hey, can we learn Lua? Can we learn Lua? Will you teach us Lua? And I'm like, okay, let's figure out something that I would enjoy doing with Lua, and this is it. And so we're gonna do Lua in this class. I'm gonna tell my students they can use any language, any one they want, but the demos and stuff will be in Lua. So we're sort of exploring that today. Oops. The other thing I like is they're going to learn some command line stuff. I'll teach them a little bit about doing command line stuff here, interacting with a terminal. So some minor soft skills, All right. What do I want to make today? I want to make a little in my RPG here. I load RPG. I wanted to explore creating a grid-based game, where it displays just part of the map. Let's open this up. So I want to make a gridish based game here. So I'm gonna make another. So this is sort of the world interface here. So we have a dialogue here. I'm gonna add a menu here. I haven't done that yet. But then I want to create in the rest of the world. I want to create, and we might. This is gonna be the user interface. It's gonna be like a map, like an output display here. I'm gonna show students how to do that, and then draw inside of that area. I want them to be able to draw a window into the actual map world. So let's start by let's go to our tile editor. I'm gonna get rid of these guys here. Let's go and get rid of those guys. We are going to create some tiles here to represent like ground, some paths maybe. Let's go ahead and create just some grass. Put a little bit of detail on it. Oh, I don't like that. Hang on, little grass spot. I know a video about NES games. Send it, Thetra, send it along. I don't like that one there. Let's put this color here. They'll also learn about like palette clashing. All right, so we got a little bit of grass here. I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna make a few different grass tiles. We can do this by rotating that and maybe adding a dot in a slightly offset spot there. Okay, so we have sort of two little different grass tiles we can put in there. Kind of wanted to follow along this. It's interesting, however, I think I'll be taking part in a game jam today with the Game Maker. Nice. So we're in prototype mode. No design. Yes, ma'am. I'm totally winging it. There's no design up front. I have a little bit of an idea in my mind. Yeah, no design up front. I just want to have fun today. Not that designing stuff ahead of time isn't fun, but I just want to play around. I don't know this tool well enough. To really do a whole lot of planning, and I just want to play around with the features of it. And and see how I feel about it. So I'm just doing a little bit of some different grass tiles here. It's how to make games at 40 kilobytes. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that, Thetra. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's points add design document max file 4 kilobytes. There's a lot. Look, 4 kilobytes is a lot for a design document. Thetra, 50 points. Thank you so much for sharing that. We'll take a look at that later. Let's add that in here. I appreciate it. How we fit an NES game into 40 kilobytes. Really cool. No thanks, YouTube Premium. Folks, give it some love. Thank you for that. Okay. So I want to, my thought is, these are just some grass tiles. I'm into 4 kilobyte intros as you. Oh, Snabble! I just thought something related to discuss. Yeah, I love your 4 kilobyte. Those things are incredible. Really cool. Royku, which game jam are you doing, by the way? All right, let's add in. So we can come over to our map editor here. Oh, I shouldn't have edited this spot. We're gonna move this one over here. The default spot. So it's interesting, every tile has to have something on it. But let's come over here. We're gonna add in, I'm gonna leave this top row for interface stuff. That's what I'll tell my students. And then the world map will actually start down here. Okay. And we're gonna pull down our tile palette. I'm gonna draw a border here in this area. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Can I do a fill here? Can I select it like this and do it? Will this let me do a fill in just that area? It does. Cool. All right, so this is me just learning the tool a little bit. There we go, like that. And you know, the reason I have a couple different ones is I want to be able to have a little bit of variety mixed in here. Have some variety mixed in. So I'm just sort of like trying to randomly place. It'd be nice if there was a way. So I know other tools give us a way to you could like say, okay, I want to fill with these different ones, but I'm just going to come through here and I'm going to fill in like this. So give it a little bit of variety, like that. Royko, I was going for Tri-Jam, but I found Curdy Games. Cool streamer has a game going on for another 6 days. The theme best of both worlds. Yeah, this is a tool that I think would be great for Tri-Jam games. This would be great for Tri-Jam games. Okay, so here's our little map here. Let me add in. I'm gonna create a flower. I'm gonna create one of these with a flower. So let's add in a spot that has a little flower. Look at this beautiful little flower here. Beautiful little flower. Happy little flower. Does this look like a flower, or is it just me? A happy little flower. Look at that. I like this. You can do this too. Boop, 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 boop. Centered on there. Look, I'm not no artist, but we have a little flower here. Let's add a little, add a little dot down here to make it sort of match the other green stuff. Maybe I should make it just all orange. There we go. Now it looks like a flower. Nerd Waffle! Cool guy, how you going? How's it going, buddy? It's nice to see you. It's been a while. It's so nice to see you. There we go. Look at that cute little flower. Let's add a couple of these. I'm doing absolutely fabulous, Nerd Waffle. Absolutely fabulous. Something that I'd like to explore. So is doing neat things by swapping these out. You could add animations really cleverly with that. But we're going to do this flower. And do this flower, and I'm going to show how I like to animate things, or my approach to animating a little bit. One of my approaches to animating here. So we have this little flower, and I'm going to duplicate it. And my flower, I want it to think having the. Let's see if this looks interesting at all. It's spinning a little bit. Have it spinning. Like that. So the flower switches You know, does that look like it's spinning? I don't know if it does or not, but that's okay. That's okay. I think if we made the colors all slightly different, have the flower doing this thing here. This is, and make this petal move here like that. We'll have these swap up and down. Sometimes I get overly ambitious with the things I'm doing. It'll do a little dance. It'll do a little dance. It's gonna do a little dance like that. It's a little too much. I don't like the way this is like exploding like that. What if I do this? Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. We're just gonna have it do. We're just gonna have it do the little arm dance there. Little arm dance, little flower dance, little flower dance. All right, so we got it dancing. So this is how I would animate this. So let's draw this onto the screen. All right, so let's draw this onto the screen. My dialogue here, I'm gonna comment out the dialogue. I've done a little bit to manage the ticks in the game. So this is a little thing I'll teach, a little trick I'll teach my students. So ticks is how many times you can use this to do some interesting. Nerdwolves has been working 9-hour days, rough. Have a bad cold the holidays. I've been working on some self projects. I managed to get some code on paper. Very cool. Very cool. I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well. Got a bad cold. No bueno. No bueno. Not a fan of that. But I'm glad you're having a wonderful holiday. Oh, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. That's what I should say. But I'm glad you're working on some self projects and Merry Cat Days. It's true. It's true. All right. So one thing we can do to draw in the API, there's this map thing, and it says, okay, in map, you specify what part of your map to draw. So this happens to be, I believe if I hover here, this is 018. Notice it wraps around 018. 018. 0 is the X and 18. So we're going to say in our map, draw 0, 18, and then you can specify how many rows and columns you want to draw. So we can do 10 by 10 here. And by default, it draws it in the top left, but you can adjust where it draws it. But notice it'll draw that part of my map here. And let's imagine I wanted to adjust where it was drawn. I can add in, there's some other arguments here. I can say, okay, and then shift it over 8 pixels and down 8 pixels like this. All right, so shift it down and over. So what I could do is I could say part of my interface is I want to draw, so our viewport, let's say our viewport actually, I want my viewport to be 8 by 8. My viewport be 8 by 8, all right? And then I want to put a thing around it. So it's gonna be my viewport, I wanna put a thing around it, and maybe I'll make my viewport a little bit wider or something along those lines. It doesn't matter. That's me playing myself. So we could have this welcome to RPG. I could also make it so like I have a dialogue over here and then maybe some diagnostic. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Why doesn't my code work? Because it's on paper. It's true. Godot, not actual paper. You're doing it on Godot. Very cool. Have you been making anything fun in Godot? Siopkin. Siopkin. I'm going to go Siopkin. Siopkin. Welcome to the stream again. We've got an incredible follower today. Siopkin, thank you so much for the follow. Happy Sunday. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Captain Coaches Academy. Hope you're having a beautiful day, my friend. All right, let's take a look here. I was going to add a flower in. Making it dance is interesting. I don't know if I can do it on the map. Exactly, but let's try it. Let's see. So I would like to put, just so I know, make sure I'm in the right spot. Let's go to my map here. Cool, Lance been helping you out. Very awesome. Lance, incredible human being. Let's put another flower down here just so we can see what it looks like. And now if I run it, we see we have our flower there and there. Welcome to RPG. Cool. All right, I want to put a border around it, but that's okay. We'll do that in a minute. I want to see if I can get these flowers to dance. I don't know if we can do it on the world map like that. I'd like to get them to dance a little bit. But I'm gonna do a thing called update map. Write a function called update map. I also don't know what the naming convention in Lua is. Lua naming conventions. Should I do lowercase, camel case, snake case, Pascal case? Naming. Lua variables, module package naming, function naming. Functions often follow similar rules to value an object variable naming. A function, though you may choose function name consisting of multiple words run together. You could do some other program that use camel case. So they're basically saying it's an standard Lua function. So you may choose to. So Lua standard functions is just all one word horrible case is what I would call this. What is it called? What is it called if it's just all lowercase with no special? It's just lowercase. I guess it's just called lowercase. Unreadable case. Let's come in here. Update map. Function. Is that Python casing? I thought snake case. So this is Python. Does Python like to not have any capital letters? All right. Update map. I'm curious. Can we have our? Because I know there's a map m set. This function allows you to set a continuous block of any part of TIC. This is memory set. Get a sprite at the given XY on a map. M set. This function will change the tile at the specified map coordinates. By default, changes made are only kept while the current game is running. To make permanent changes, see sync. Okay, that's not what I want. Anything kind of goes. Yeah, Python, it's like whatever your team happens to choose. So mset will let me change a tile. I was kind of hoping to yeah, it's a little, this is interesting because this will require me to look at every cell on the map and change it a little bit. So I'm wondering if I should not have these be this way, and instead, part of me wants to actually, these might need to be sprites. This is tile tab. It doesn't actually matter. I might move these to the sprites tab and have flowers be on the map. I could do, there's a couple ways I could do it. There's a couple ways I could do it if I want to draw them on there like that. What I could do is have some sort of code that tracks what I can see. All right, let's try this. Patty Whack, Knickknacks. How's it going? I'm doing absolutely beautiful, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Having a beautiful morning. We're playing around with TIC-80 today, which is a little retro computer for making miniature games. So we're playing around with that. So thank you for the whoa, Knickknacks. Patty Wax, I appreciate it. This is your last stream for another. It's true. It's my last stream. This is the Captain's Going Away stream. The Captain's Going Away stream. Going away until next year after this. We'll be back on Tuesday. We probably won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll be back on Tuesday. Maybe we'll stream tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm trying to decide how I want to animate this. And it might be the case. It might be the case that. Put those back in here. It might just be the case. I like that the grass looks pretty not super uniform. Okay. Let's see if I do it as a sprite. So one way I might do it as a sprite. So I might do something like this. This is how I would program it. I'm not sure this is how I will have my students do it. But my main thought is to have a thing called, objects or something. Let's go back. Hang on. Let's go back. Let's draw these back on the screen here. I'm going to draw these back on the screen. On our map. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. You can click and drag. Ooh. I didn't know I could do that. Let's draw a couple of these on the screen. Here is what I'm going to do. I want to create an object called player. Okay, and it's going to track where our player is, what they can see. All right, so our player is going to have an X position. Let's start the player at I guess if we go to our map here, let's start the player here. 0321. 321. Okay. And I want to give them a vision radius. Maybe we have that as a constant. So we might actually make that a constant that is like the font says view view radius. View, I'm going to say this is 8. Okay, this is how far the player can see. View range. This is where like naming things becomes hard. V range, who knows? View range, naming is hard. And view range. And then this is sort of our offset of where we place this thing. One thing that's interesting is that I can't make my editor bigger. I can actually change the font. I don't know which font I like better. This font, I think I like the fat font better. What do you guys think? Yeah, the fat font is so much easier to read. This font's impossible to read. All right. This is sort of our start. So we're going to go with map. Well, I want to find, let's look at this. How many wide do we have? Our screen is divided, 18 is the top left. I don't want to make it so when I move off the edge, I can make it so I'm always centered, something like that. All right, let's write a function called draw. Draw. Here, I'm going to comment update map for now. Draw does this. Disable that for now. We need to determine what part of the map to draw. And this is sort of based off the player's position. So world top is 18, world left is 0. So this is basically saying where the world top is, the world left is in our map editor. Since I'm using this area here to do some stuff, the world top becomes this. And I don't know if that actually matters. I want to draw 0, 18. What I could do, hang on. And then let's draw our player. I want to do a sprite here. Oh, we got to create a sprite for our player. Let's create a sprite for our player. All right, player, we're going to start 272 here. Let's create a little stick figure because that's the extent of my drawing ability, I think. All right, we got a head. We got a little bit of clothing. That editor looks funky. Wiki, welcome to the stream. This editor is a little funky. It's kind of cool. Let's give this guy some arms. Let's shimmy him up. I don't know. Let's shimmy him up a spot here and give him, shimmy this guy up. Let's give him some red shoes. Red shoes. There we go. There's our character. Look at him. That's gonna be our guy. We're gonna have this guy on the screen here. This is the TIC-80 editor. It comes with everything you need to make little mini games. All right. So the idea being that we want to draw our player. So we're gonna draw the sprite. The sprite we're gonna draw happens to be sprite 272. 272. So this is interesting. I can teach my students some fun stuff here. And the sprite SPR function takes in the ID we want and then the XY position where we want to draw it. All right, so if I did 0, 0 here, and I killed it. Line 19, I have an error. Line 19. Line 19. Equals. There we go. You'll notice my player got drawn at 0, 0 here in the top right. I want to draw it at its relative location within our world here. You can also peek and poke. Oh, yeah, Snapple. That was something that I thought was really cool. You can peek and poke in the memory, which is super, super I grew up on peek and poke. I grew up on peeking and poking people. Look, they told me poking was not polite, but who poked? Look, poking was a necessity in the world of programming. All right, so we kind of want to do a player relative to this map here. So we're gonna go with top equals top x equals 0, y equals 18. Top.x, top.y. And then our player needs to get mapped into this position here. So we know that the map appears at the offset 8, 8. So if I do this, our player will appear there. Notice the player sprite writes on top of everything there. So we actually have to say, okay, what color is our transparent color? So if I do 0, that is saying when I draw this sprite, use this 0 color as transparent. You can use any color you want, but it has to be one of your 16 colors there. All right, so we can do 0 as our offset. This is our offset here. We need to move our player. My player is at position 321. So the translation, I can't just do player x, player.x, player.y. This will be in some weird spot. We need to multiply that by 8 times 8. And that still is going to be off the screen somewhere. We need to translate it by the top here. So we go x is equal to player.x minus top.x, I believe. Y is player.y minus top.y. So this should translate us to the map xy. And then we need to multiply by 8. And I think we need to add 8 in there as well. Because if I was at the top left, try lessons with an S. Try lessons with an S. Exclamation lessons with an S. I can make it so that that the command has an S on it. There you go. I do teach programming lessons group, and I need to set up a website for this. It's a little bit easier for people to find each other. I teach one-on-one and group lessons in programming. So if you want to take some lessons, you can. Thank you for the first. Get those bonus points. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is offset. So if I put the player X at 0 and 18, this would be top left. 0, 18, like that. So this is the top left of the world. Could draw it on there. And then, it's a little bit awkward to draw the player. So I might come in here and do function draw player like this. And this is sort of how I calculate the player being drawn here. And maybe I'll pass in the map. So I kind of need this little bit of extra information of the world information. I also just happen to know, well, when I get to the edge, all right, let myself get all mixed up real quick. Let's add in a little bit of movement so we can move the player around. We can add some diagnostic information as well. All right, let's add in some player movement. Function handle input like this. And the handle input, we read user input. I'm going to do it up here. Handle input like so. 0 is up. So there, you can imagine you're playing on a gamepad, on a game controller that has a D-pad, directional movement, and then 4 buttons. So that's what we have on the TIC-80. So when we press 0, when we press 1, when we press 2, press 3, 0 is going to move the player up towards upward. So our Y position, we'll do player.y is equal to player. One thing that's a little interesting, we don't have a minus equals player.y minus 1. Okay. Player, I believe 1 is down, y equals player.y plus 1. 2, player.x is player.x. I want to say this is right, so we're going to do plus 1. And player dot x equals player dot x minus 1. We'll find out. I could have this backwards or completely wrong. I think, but I'm pretty sure it's up, down, left, right. Oh, this would be left. This would be right. And it might be left, right. We'll find out. Michelle Tiapre. Michelle, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Captain Dakota's Academy. Michelle. Thank you for following me today. Oh, Michelle. Thank you for being here. All right, so I believe... Welcome to the stream, my friend. Happy to have you here. All right, so now I can move my player around like this. I can move outside of the map. But I move in these discrete steps. Fun fact, button P says if the button was pressed in the most recent frame. So this will run once. If you do button like this, if you're holding it, you can go super fast. So an example of that would be if I was drawing my player. Let's switch this here real quick. I wanted to make it a little bit more discrete. So rather than multiplying my player around here by 8, if I just did X and Y like this, now I can have smooth pixel-based movement. So this is running that. I'm holding the button down. I could do it this way, which is an option. But I want to make my students have discrete. Or in this project, I want to have discrete grid-based movement. It's a little bit easier for my brain to handle. We don't have to worry about doing box-based collision detection, which turns out to be kind of complex for a 10-year-old. My class is mostly filled with 10 and 11-year-olds. So some of them haven't taken geometry. And so we will do that. But I want to do it in this particular project. All right, so we have discrete movement here. Change these back to button P. And so we can move off the edge. One thing I want to be able to do is when I get to the edge, So this is interesting because I would want my flower. I think I want my flower to be on top of the player. I'm not sure. That makes sense. I need to translate these to sprites, I think. But when I get to the edge of the map, I want the map to transition to the next section. And let's go and draw a border around this. We'll draw a lame border for now. Let's draw a lame border. I have this border for doing my my game map, but let's still some of these. Can I copy multiples? If I do a copy and a paste here, sweet, I can. You can switch developer mode so that when you hit escape, you go directly to the elevator. Ooh, how do I do that, Snabble? I didn't know that. That's super. I didn't know that. I always hit escape and then hit F1. How do I do that? How do I go into developer mode? I always forget what IIRC is. You can do that in the escape editor. Oh, let's menu. Options. Editor options. Keybind, Emacs. Ooh, I shouldn't switch to I want to do Emacs mode because that's what I try to do Emacs typing. It's fascinating. Dev mode, tab mode, auto, tab size 1. Dev mode, there it is. I just looked, CRT, ooh, if I'm on a T, that's cool. Full screen, I didn't have full screen. Integer scale, what does integer scale do? I don't know what that is. Is that, I don't know what that does. That's okay, sweet. Snabble, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, super helpful. Probably scale pixel, even pixels only. Gotcha. Points. And Snabble 50. Thank you so much for the help. Distron, welcome back from seeing the new year. I hope it's beautiful. Happy New Year, my friend. Do you get subpixel blurry, I think? Gotcha. Well, we'll find out. We'll see. Oh, I'm so glad I have that. I was looking for a way to do that. Sweet. You get 8 times more memory. I know, Snabble. I don't think you actually get 8 times more memory. You get, because you have 2. I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. You get 8 binks. There you go. Yeah. Which is super cool. You can do some really cool stuff with that. Part of me was thinking you could do animation, then you can switch around. Yeah. Oh, it's super cool. All right. So I was gonna add in a border. I'm getting distracted. Stop distracting me. No. Please continue to distract me. I enjoy it. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna add. Really, I think this is gonna be too tight of a border, but we're gonna find out very soon if that's true. So I want to use. Yeah, I think I need to change this slightly. What I want to do is, and this one needs to, it's going to be our game here. All right, so this is going to be a border for our game. I did a high res image that used more colors than possible. That took an entire bank. Oh, gotcha. Oh, super cool. The map editor is cool. The map editor is super cool. This whole thing's around. Fedorasaur, welcome back to the stream. How the heck have you been? Happy Monday. Yeah, we're doing a game dev stream, impromptu game dev stream. So let's come back up here to this area, and I'm gonna draw out this area here where I want to have my player viewport. My player viewport here is gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide. Yeah, 8 wide. And then we'll do a corner. And on it, if I wanted to, I could make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is interesting because my viewport, I want it to go down that far. I might need to make, I don't want this to mess with my dialogue here. We might make the viewport slightly different just because I don't want to deal with this right now. Like this. I'm going to make it slightly smaller here. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it. One thing I could do too is I wanted to have like interesting clipping in there. Slightly annoyed. Because I don't want to have to move this. All right, we're gonna make the viewport 7 by 7. All right, viewport's gonna be 7 by 7. We're gonna see how we feel about that. So all right, we're gonna make it 7 by 7. Boop, 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 die. Can I do this? I would like to shimmy this stuff to the left. There we go. Not exactly what I was planning to do, but that worked. Okay. Have this be our viewport. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna draw, and I might need to do something a little bit different here, but drawing the viewport, we're gonna use the map draw to draw this chunk here. So it is 0. What position is this? It was showing me earlier. There we go. It's I need to be on draw. All right, 0, 0, 2, and then it's it is 8 by 8. 0, 0, 8 by 8. And then I kind of want to, let's come to our editor. Admin of code day 32. That's right, Tuber Tugger. This is admin of code day 32. TIC-80 edition. It's the TIC-80 edition here. All right, so I want to do a map 0088 at position 00. All right. And you'll notice we draw this, but it gets drawn over. All right, and then let's come in here to our code. Snabble, I was so used to hitting escape and then F1 that I ended up... Now that I'm in dev mode, my brain's gonna have to get used to that. All right, our view range is now 7. Like that. And, ooh, is that not quite right? It is drawing over. Hang on. If I take this out, hang on. I want to draw this, the overlay part. Oh, I'm not drawing far enough. Really? Interesting. There we go. So now I have my viewport. This is my viewport. That's what I wanted to draw in there. So I have a little viewport of my character moving around. I'm in a world where Avenue code goes for hundreds of days and cap code is getting more and more insane into the triple digits. Unkept here. Unkept hair, it's true. You guys, I wake up every morning. Look, this is a little embarrassing to say, but you look, this is our little secret. Captain Coder's hygiene is far better when I stream than when I don't stream. I wash my face. I really should wash my face daily, but all right. So here we go. This is sort of what I wanted here. I have this nice little screen here. Look how cool that's super cool to me. All right, so we have this screen here that gets drawn. I was thinking I could draw it second. So we have this. I kind of like the little border there. What do you guys think? The little black border I kind of like. I was thinking of of removing it or having it be a little bit. We could do this too. So I was kind of thinking of having it come in a little bit. So you could end up adding a design to the outside of it, right? So I could do this, where this little border here has it fills in a little bit. And then you would get this little bit of bleed, I believe, into the drawing. I'd have to draw it in a different order. So we have a little bit of a thing there. So now if I draw, we get that border a little bit in there. I was thinking we could have a little bit of a bleed. Oh, I don't know which one I like better. I honestly am not sure what I like better. Yeah. That looks kind of nice. I'm going to leave it like that for now. The colors aren't quite right, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. I like it. Draw our little interface there. What made you choose TIC-80 over Pico 8? Ray Cat, who dat? Welcome back to the stream. It's nice to see you, Ray. I chose TIC-80 because it's open source. Is Pico 8 Pico 8? That's the main reason, is my students can use it for free in the web browser, and they don't have to buy anything. That said, Pico 8's super cool too. I haven't used it, but that is the main thing, is I don't think there is a free version of Pico 8. Pico 8 open source? I could be wrong. I could be alternatives. Yeah, so TIC-80 is open source. That is one of the main things. I didn't mean to close that URL there. That's okay. It being open source is one of the really, something that's really cool. And Pico 8 might do this as well. My students can run it in the web browser if they want. They don't have to download anything. The whole class, you don't have to download anything if you don't want. It can run completely in their web browser. All right, so the thing I want to do here, Raycat, I always teach. Everything I do is based on teaching. So that's a big part of it. Okay, when I get to the edge of the map, I want to well, I don't think I can do this. We're just gonna have it transition. So the map sort of like translates off the edge there. So I go to the next section here. All right. So we sort of have this to figure out where we're drawing stuff. Where we're drawing stuff is related to the top here, the player's X. We kind of want to say if X is greater than 7, I think is what it is. Let's take a look. Let's run it one more time. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's greater than 6. So 7 was the right number. But if we're greater than 6, this is the edge of the screen. Circle with a mole. How's it going, my friend? So it's actually view range -1. So view range is 7. We could also do greater than or equal to our view range. Circle with the mole. How the heck are you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the stream. We need to shift. Over one. And so this is just going to get us one. So this is sort of like the process here. And it's really, we need to do some kind of modulus thing here to shimmy our stuff. And the top, we need to actually figure out where our top and left are. That's sort of an important step here. So we're actually calculating where our top and left are in this case. So it's actually something related with our player X division-wise. MVA classy, the classy MVA. MVA, you're so classy. You know what makes you classy is that you followed me. MVA's a classy individual. I'd like to thank you for following me. Thank you for the follow and welcome aboard. MVA, thank you so much for the follow. Circle with a mole says, doing well. I'm doing something new this time. I am no longer modding this time. I'm trying to make my very own fan game. Very cool fan game. What is your fan game of? All right, so our player X here, our top.x is actually our player X integer division here, divided by our view range, I believe. So I believe this is going to be our top X. Let's take a look here. I could be like, I might have it off by 1 here, divided by 6 here. So when I get to 6, our view range is 7. Let's just run this real quick. Oops. Oh, that was interesting. I got a shimmy by 1, which isn't quite what I wanted. Tuber says, going to create an alternative account that have very musical sounding names just to follow Captain Tuber Tucker. I think you wouldn't be the first to do that, but welcome. Try do it. Do it. Get ready for let the dogs out. Ice baby. Oh man, with a bunch of numbers at the end or beginning probably as well. Five Nights at Freddy's and Baldi's Basic Hybrid fan game. You were doing Baldi's Basic before, right? Because I wanted to know how 2 different games would work together. Very cool. Oni Scythe following again. We have Oni Scythe following. Oni Scythe, thank you for following again today. Oni Scythe, thank you for the unfollow and refollow. You know, it really helps bolster my ego when we get so many follows. But welcome back to the stream, my friend. Nice to have you here. So the interesting thing here is every 7 steps, I get a little shimmy. Look how interesting this is. So I get the shimmy here. It was the correct shimmy. I have the correct spot, but I'm only doing it once every 7. This is actually a multiplier. This is a multiplier that I need to apply to my top left. All right, so it's actually top X left here, divided by view range times the view range, I believe. All right, let's try it. So this is a great opportunity. Again, and when I'm teaching my students, this is a great opportunity. Yeah, check it out. Now we transition to the edge here. This is a great opportunity. That's weird. Do I really have a flower there on my map? I do. It's this great opportunity to teach my students a little bit of algebra. Oh, my whole map is off by 1, which is really sad. I thought there was something weird about that. Let's add in this here. Let's repeat this. Boop, boop, boop. 17 is actually my top left. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, let's come back down here. I just added a Discord RPG to my fan game because I thought it was cool. Very cool. That is super cool. Making things is cool. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do map top is 17. Map left is 0. In case I shift over it. Is that the reason Lua arrays start on index 1 to fix off by 1 errors? It's because of madness. It's because of madness. Apparently, I can right click and drag my editor around too. I didn't know that. Just discovered. TIL. All right. So our top X here, view range here, and then it's similar going the other way. We also need to add in our left. It's like our map. It's going to be more important here, I think. Top.y is actually going to be player.y. This one's interesting because you can't divide by the view range here. It's like this is the offset. It's our player y minus our... Can we, though? I don't think we can because this needs to be by the top of the map. So so it's actually minus map left minus map top. Nope. Hang on, let's see what's going on here. Make sure I didn't mess this up. It's still transition. I want to make sure this is moving proper. Let's add a flower in here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3. At 7, we should get a flower there. All right. So and then a flower here. Let's see. All right. And then when I go off the edge, there it is. All right. So we're wrapping properly that direction. Circle the mole, absolutely go for it. Go for it. You can also share it on the Discord if you want. And we don't have it yet, but there's going to be a showcase on January 20th. If you want to share your fan game there, you can. I think a lot of students get confused. Raycat, a lot of languages actually have indexing by 1. And it's the idea of like, well, if there's something in the list, isn't the first thing not the 0th thing? And essentially when you're indexing by 0, the idea is like, oh, it's actually that spot in memory. And so when I teach array, it's the thing that makes it challenging is that, the thing that makes it confusing and annoying is why can't my brain work? The thing that makes it challenging and annoying is we have students learning multiple languages at the same time. And when you're switching between languages where they index differently, that is where a lot of confusion happens. One or the other is right. In C# we start at 0 for the first element and tilde 1 for the last. I think that's kind of inconsistent. Yeah, things have meaning. Different things have different meanings is essentially what it comes down to, right? Okay. What's interesting here with our view range, by that 17, that'd put me at the very, very top. And we should do player y dot map top view range times view range. I'm confused. Why we're drawing plus, okay, so we need to add that map top. We need to add this back in here. Plus map top, that's what's happening. All right, and our player X plus map left plus map top minus whoa top. What do we got here? Krasenstein, the incredible Krasenstein. How's it going, buddy? How's it going, buddy? Kras, How you been? What have you been up to? Krasenstein, folks, I need to update this command here, but Krasenstein, folks, incredible game developer, working on this game here. Successfully kickstarted this game by the World of Grimm. I played Tunic today. It was pretty hard, but amazing nice. Check out Krasenstein on stream. Give him a follow, folks. Check out Saturday World of Grimm. World of Grimm. It's gonna be incredible not deck building, card game. Inspired me to make my deck building game. So Kras, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. How the heck are you? What are you up to? What are you up to the rest of the day? And Happy New Year. Happy almost New Year to you. Okay, I want to add, just to make sure I have the math right here. So I can walk off into my map editor, my screen editor, which is fascinating and hilarious to me that I can walk into that. But we're creating this little viewport here. All right. We need, I was gonna add in a flower to indicate, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then down here, we should have a flower just below to make sure we can see it. Still working on networking, lobby, and relay. Don't cooperate too well, or I'm just new to it and I don't understand networking. It's, look, networking, you know, when you take a game from single player to multiplayer, when you're doing networking stuff, everything gets, is that right? 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is my viewport really 6 by 6? 1 second. Viewport is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just bad. I put it in the wrong spot. All right, and let's replace that with some grass. And so now, if I walk off the edge here, we get that. Okay, so we have sort of this tile-based movement. We have a viewport here. We can walk to the edge and get to these different areas here. All right, so cool. I like it. Give our players a little viewport here. Okay, now what I want to do. All right, let's hit a save button here. I'm having a beautiful day. Enjoy your day, my friend. Remember, keep coding, keep growing, be the best you can be. Krasenstein, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a beautiful day. Folks, we need to take a break here. We've been going for almost 2 hours. I missed it. I sent the story and how the game works for starters. You just missed it. Did you send it? Okay. So the story for my fan game is that you guys are named Rounded Rectangle Bob, RRB. And you have been kidnapped by a very simple looking stick figure named Basic. And he has taken you to his place of randomness. And to win, you'll have to collect 7 keys, survive until 6 a.m., and then walk out the exit to win. Gotcha. So it's very similar to Baldi's Space. You've been kidnapped, you got to do these tasks, but it is similar to Five Nights at Freddy that you have to survive until 6 a.m. Zerkath, it does. There's a VI mode. Zerkath, welcome back to the stream, by the way. It has a Vim mode. VI, not Vim. But you can go to VI mode. VI mode for the cool kids only. Emacs mode as well. I'm trying to keep it on standard so I understand the key bindings for my students there. But it does have a VI mode. I upload the game. I was talking about it's finally finished. Very nice. All right, folks, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're gonna keep working on our little 2D gritter here for doing our viewport. We're gonna give the tiles meaning. So hang tight, folks. When we return, we're gonna have some fun with it. Don't go anywhere. Don't click away. The captain will be back. Hang tight. We'll return. All right, everybody, the Captain Coder is back. I hope you didn't miss me. I missed you. But I hope you're doing okay out there. All right, folks, we're gonna get some stretches in here. Look, we've been going for 2 hours. Our body needs a little bit of love, a little bit of treatment. So, folks, I'm gonna encourage you to stand on up with the captain. Get some stretches in before we hop back into it. So get on up. Let's get some stretches in, please. Would you please stand up? Hey,
you in the back, pay attention.
we're gonna get some stretches in. Take those fingertips, grab them, pull them back until you get a little bit of tension in that forearm. We're gonna have a stretch here to our forearm. Oh yeah, feels good. Help fight off those RSIs, those repeated stress injuries. You don't want to get no stress injury. You want to take care of yourself, keep yourself fresh, keep yourself nice, keep yourself loved and cared for, because you're a lovely person out there. You're absolutely beautiful, lovely human being. You deserve the best. And why not treat your body to the best? Go ahead and roll that wrist out. Oh yeah, we're gonna switch sides now. Get those other fingers, grab those tips, pull them back to get a little bit of tension there, and just hold it there. Gonzo says, I have here my little niece, Brisa. She's getting really interested. Maybe a future code. Oh, absolutely. Get her coded. Get her in there. Show her the ropes, Gonzo. Get her coded. I'm so glad you can watch. Look, family. This is why Captain Coded Stream is a family-friendly stream. I want you to feel comfortable watching this with your friends and family and those children. PG-11 teen. But nice to meet you, Brisa. I hope I'm pronouncing Brisa. Is it Brisa or Brissa? Brissa, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and roll it out. Goob, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to have you here. Oh, I feel good. Let's get some shoulder rolls in, folks. Stand up straight. Get those arms out. Oh, bring them back, bring them down. Bring those shoulders up, back, and down. We're just going to do some shoulder rolls in, back. 2, 3, 4, add the elbows. 2, 3, 4, full arms. 2, 3, 4, roll them forward. 2, 3, 4, add the elbows. 2, 3, 4, full arms. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Shake it out. Doesn't it feel good to be alive? Doesn't it feel good to get those stretches? Doesn't it feel good to get that body moving? I think it does. I think you do too. All right, folks, thank you so much for doing it. Nice little simple strips. Oh, let's roll our necks now. I was going to say, let's hop back into it. Let's get a little neck roll, because I moved over there. Oh, you can't hear it, but I'm all crickly. It's all popping up, pippity popping. Take that head, hang it down. We're just going to roll our head around nice and slow. Let gravity pull it where it needs to go. We're gonna just do this 3 times in each direction. Oh, yeah, isn't this such a good stretch? I always feel people, it just feels so good. I gotta be careful about the sounds I make here. People have told me it makes them a little uncomfortable. Let's go back the other way. Oh, but yeah, it's lovely to take care of ourselves. Look, if you're at a computer, you're hunched over all day like me, you gotta get up. Take care of your body. Don't get up. Don't let that programmer obsession kick in. I know I do. So I'm like, yeah, bring that head back up. Ooh, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't it feel great to be alive, folks? Thank you so much for joining me in those stretches. Thank you for being here, Gonzo. It's so nice. Points add all for joining me in those stretches. 50 points to all you beautiful people here. Let's hop back in. So what are we working on, folks? We've been working on TIC-80. We built this little game here. We have a little viewport. We have this little game is a funny word. We have this viewport where our character can sort of move off the edge of the screen here, and it sort of follows them. As they move about. And so we can use this to build sort of this map here. Something I want to, let's add a few more flowers. Here. Something I want to do is I want to be able to animate. The reason I did this, I want to be able to animate these flowers on the map. I want to animate these flowers on the map and so I did 2 different ones in our sprite editor. I want the plants to sort of jimmy back and forth. Just the little jimmy dance here. We could add some more in there, but we're gonna add a little jimmy dance to them. And I want to experiment with when we draw these out there. So we have our map, we have our top X, we have our top Y. Circle, sorry about that. Circle with the mole. Let me check it again. One sec. Circle with the mole says, I'm still thinking of making it so instead of surviving until 6, it's hard. Look, being a streamer, look, I'm not doing, being a streamer is challenging. It's challenging here, folks. All right, so I'm still thinking of making it so instead of surviving until 6 a.m., the player will have to collect 7 keys and survive until 7 a.m. So I'm thinking of trying to make the game unique. I added a roto hall, so where if you press a turn button, on the camera you selected, the hallway entrance will change. So you have, oh, cool. So it like rotates the view a little bit. So it has blocks, not horizontal, it's now blocked. Vertical, so you can alter, it's like a switch that rotates, a roto room, a rotating room, rotating camera. Very cool idea. 3 Key Girl! Thank you for coming back, 3 Key Girl. I have missed you. Happy New Year to you, 3 Key Girl. How you doing? It's nice to have you here on this beautiful Monday. Maybe it's a Monday for you already, but maybe you're in the future. But happy Sunday. Thank you for popping in. It's great to see you here. What have you been up to, 3 Key Girl? All right, so we have our viewport here. And I want to animate, just hanging out with my husband and kids. That sounds like a lovely day. I hope you're relaxing and enjoying it. We want to make these sort of dance a little bit. If they're on the screen, we don't want to update the entire map. So one thing I could do is I could update the entire map, right? I could update the entire map, which feels like too much. So instead, I'm gonna say function get map view. All right, and this is essentially gonna produce this code here, and we'll return top here like this, and so we'll say top equal to get map view like that. But now let's make sure we didn't break anything. And so what I want to be able to do is be able to pull out the range here. I want to be able to iterate, write a for loop that goes over all the X and Y positions. And so we can look at the map, we can identify the map. And we also know that I'm going to change this here to be map. Ooh, map is a keyword. I can't do top. We'll just call it top here. Maybe I'll call it map box, but box. View. Let's call it view. And then we sort of have the view that we have is going to be our range equals view range. And maybe I don't need that here. Maybe I don't need that. View range can be built in. You know what? Let's change this here. Like that. I'll just get the view back like this. Make sure I didn't break anything. JD Does Dev is back, folks. Do you know the incredible JD Does Dev? JD plays sax. JD does impersonations. JD does it all, folks.
Like you're talking with Captain. Let me see if I could do my Captain impression. I am not the Captain, but my eyebrows also move in a way like the Captain.
You guys see this little heart in your box there? You enjoy watching the Captain's antics, the Captain Coder, the Captain program, and you might also enjoy the JD. Be sure to give JD some love, folks. Give him that follow. Go check him out. JD, what have you been up to, my friend? What have you been working on? PG-11 teen. Remember, let's keep it appropriate, though. Have you been working on anything PG-11 teen? 3 Girl, I'm getting ready to put dinner on and got the sauerkraut and hot dogs and pork loin and 3 Key Girl. Send me your address. Shoot your address. I'll come on over. Let's. Can I bring some friends? I'll bring my partner. She's amazing. You'll love her. We love hot dogs and sauerkraut. She loves the sauerkraut. Working on your bit cannon, gotcha. Bomb cannon, a bit cannon, bomb cannon. You might, probably not, but you will. That sounds delicious. That sounds wonderful. So there's another thing I added for our laser doors, but it's not for the camera system. It's for the actually are moving in There will be 2 buttons next to the side of the laser, and when you press one of the buttons, you can enable the laser and block the character path. Very cool. You built a chair, like programmed a chair, like assembled a chair. Like when you say built a chair, like carpentry built in a game, like 3D model. Tell us more about this chair, JD. Is it the chair of our dreams? Nerdball says, I love hot dogs, but I can't eat them anymore because of acid reflux. That's gosh darn acid reflux. All right, so we can get our map view here. The reason I want to do this, I want to write an animate map function here that will toggle things on my map that I want to animate. In this case, this flower I want to animate. So on my map, if I happen to be a 4 or a 5, I want to toggle that animation. I want to be able to toggle that animation. So, but I don't want to do it on the entire map. So I'm going to say top is get map view. And get map view feels like a terrible name now that I'm being completely honest. But I want to say for x is equal to top.x for x in, what is it, range? Hang on. Lua for loop. Let's look at this syntax here. This is where I got it. See, this is why I'm practicing. For I and f of x, for I equals, okay, so we do this. For x equals top of x comma top of x plus view range -1, I think. That's okay. I think we need a -1 there. Do, and we say for y equals top.y plus view range. Do and end. We're gonna loop through all of our maps. We're gonna get x, y, so to get our tile back. All right, ID. And what I can do is I can say, let's go ahead and if, and we're gonna write some better code here. If ID is equal to 4, then we're gonna swap it out. We're gonna do an M set x, y to 5. And then we also want an else. If ID is 5, then M set x, y, 4. So this should swap them back and forth. Let's see here. Line 150, I got an error. What? Let's try again. Expected close. All right, so I didn't close something. You pulled the secret lab chart out of a box and assembled it on stream. Gotcha. JD assembles chairs, folks. JD does chair assembly. Right, 3 Girls says, right now all 3 of my kids are still asleep at 10 a.m. here, and I'm prepping my dinner in my slow cooker. Now I got to decide what I want to. Oh, I'm making burgers. That's right. So I'm gonna make what are they called? Beyond Burgers, Beyond Meat. So it's like the synthetic. I don't know, synthetic's not my word, but it's like the grown plant-based meat. I'm gonna be making homemade buns. And then I'm also going to be making homemade French fries, essentially taking potatoes and French fries is a strong word. Homemade fries here. I got a dehydrator for Christmas. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to have mushrooms on, peppers. No, I'm not vegan. I just enjoy the dietary restrictions. Enjoy is a strong word. I'm not vegan, but I do like. I won't even say I'm vegetarian. I just happen to, 1 second here. Okay, so let's make sure, debugging strategies here. Okay, I missed. Okay, so my else, is it elif? Else if is one word in Lua. They got me. All right, let's go back here. All right. Okay, it's not shit. Oh, I didn't ever call this. All right, you actually have to call the method here. So in our draw, we'll do animate map. Come on. Come on. Okay. That's something not quite right here. Cyan Streams, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. Tricker says we're having pork loin with vegetables for dinner on the main dinner, and then closer to 5 or 6 tonight, we'll be putting hot dogs in the shower cart and the soak cart for our midnight meal for your New Year's meal. But yeah, JD, I'd love to trade recipes with you because I love it. Science. I'm doing absolutely beautiful, my friend. Thank you for asking. Any day I can wake up and code. Is a beautiful day. Today is no different. I love that you're here, Balint. To say, I figure if 1/5 of the meat I consume is plant-based, I'm doing my part. Gotcha. I go fast food and order the vegetarian burger, but the bacon and cheese usually confuses the kid behind the counter. Let's check out what this potty mouth. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like where this is going, JD. I don't like where this is going. Is this safe for me to pull up on stream? What did I say? All right. What? I didn't ever call this. Yes. I didn't say. Look, JD's trying to. It's not shit. Oh, I didn't ever call this. Yes. You have to call. You got me stumbled on my word. That's not. I didn't say what you think I was saying there, JD. How dare you? I was gonna say it's not showing. It's not showing the animation. I'm pretty sure is what I was gonna say. It's not showing, and I said, "Oh, because my brain got ahead of me. I hadn't done it." Folks, I want to give some love to Science also. You guys don't know Science stream, incredible stream, observing the world around us, playing games, drawing, chatting, hanging out. Balint, thank you so much for being here, guys. Make sure to give Science streams a follow. We love them. Circle with the Mole. I'm gonna tell you what the characters are in a bit because I'm eating pancakes. Enjoy your pancakes. Enjoy your pancakes. JD, how dare you take me out of context? How dare you? Where's the band? It's my hair. He's the wind beneath my wings. I don't know. M set here. I must be doing something wrong. Let's pull up the API. M set. Let's go to the wiki page. Let's go to our API. API reference. All right. M set. Oh, is M set? Why isn't? I want map set. There's an M get and M set. Here it is. M set. Tile ID. This function writes a specified background tile they enter the map at the given position. By default, changes the map are lost when the execution ends, but they can be made permanent using sync. I don't quite know. What's going on here? Tuber Tugger does not recommend watching that clip on stream. Inception potty mouth. Oh, why are you guys? Thank you for the toy. Why do you guys hate me?
Pay attention.
Why do you hate me sometimes? I appreciate. Thanks for the toy. I don't know what. Did the exclamation point? Hey, JD, try it again. Exclamation point. Hey, why didn't that work? It's because we love you. That's probably true. That's probably true.
Pay attention.
Can I just here? We're gonna try something crazy. Y5. Thank you for the cloud of disapproval. Line 76. That's weird. Okay.
Whoa.
Am I only looping around the outside? X is equal to top dot Y. Vuex. It kind of, it does, but that's called cheating. That's called cheating, Tuber Tugger. Enough tuber, yeah. It's a little bit of a cheating. The fan-made game has a great cast of characters. We have Basic, Six, Header Sam, Spade Head Harry, Sticky Square Bob, Square Bot Steve, Triangle Tyler Eyes. Look, there's a lot of people in that game. My game has Flower McGee and Stickman Jones. Flower McGee and Stickman Jones. What's super weird here, I don't understand what's going on here with my X and Y. Also, I'm so confused. I am so very confused as to why it is drawing that border. Oh, it's replacing my border, my X and Y. Okay, my X and Y. I think I know what's going on. Yeah, it's redrawing this section of the map. So it's, which is super interesting. Links are allowed in chat. Circle with the mole if you want to. It'd probably be better for you to post your project on the Discord. I probably won't look at the link right now on stream just because I'm trying to focus on this here. But you're welcome to share it. Yeah. Why? Top.x. Plus. Oh, I need to add in the map. I think I want to, let's do this. X is equal to this. Y is equal to this. There is, oops, a line 49. Interesting. Do I have an extra parenthesis there? And a missing parenthesis here. Okay. So my GIP map view needs to add this map left back in. Yeah. Yeah. But what's interesting here is I'm subtracting out a map left here, which is super weird to me. Let's add it back in. Plus map left. Let's add in, we just need more parentheses, map top. All right. And then can I take this out of this? I should be able to, because top.x, top.y now is actually going to be the correct top left. Okay, so every time I move into a position, it's redrawing all of my flowers now. Let's make sure, oops, that's not what I wanted. Half Moon! Hey there, Captain. I'm here really short, but I want to say Merry Christmas. A bit late. No worries. No worries. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Yule. Happy Yule, everybody. And Happy New Year. Half Moon, thank you so much for popping in. Glad to have you here. Circle with the Mole says, fair enough. I'll wait then. Here's what the art looks like. Thank you for the link. What game are you making anyway? I'm just playing around. Honestly, I'm just playing around with TIC-80 here. We're having a little go at TIC-80 here, which is a very small retro. It's a tool used for making tiny retro-based, pixel-based video games. It's designed for making games. It's all-inclusive. It has a sprite editor built in. It has a map editor built in. It has a sound effects editor built in. It has a music editor built in, and a code editor. So it's all-inclusive. One tool does it all. It's emulating what's called the fantasy computer. TIC-80 is a tiny fantasy computer, and we're just playing around with it. I've never used it before. We're learning it. So you'll see here, it's probably really hard to see, but these are animating at super fast speed. Super fast speed. So what we want to do is we actually want to animate the map. What we can do here is we can do something like this. It says if ticks here is tracking the mod shit. So every second, so this is every 60 frames is what it would be. Every 60 frames, this is 1 second, is 0. We'll say if it's not equal, this is another, if it's not equal to 0, then return, do nothing, end. So now we're gonna animate every 1 second. So this is what I want to do. I want to add animation to my background here. Circle with the Mole says, imagine someone recreates the first Super Mario Brothers in this. You could, it would be amazing. That's sort of like the idea, is that we might be able to, I want to have a little class for my students where they could do stuff like that. They could do things like that, and I think it'd be super, super cool. So we were able to add little animations here, like that. So the little flowers animate based on their position. You could do a little bit different. Say, like, I want the animation to be a little bit faster. You can adjust this here. So now it's twice a second, like that. You could add in, let's see, we could even add in an additional, another frame maybe. So we could add in another frame here. It's true, Steve. It's true. That's like one of the things I say here. Is it's like, it's a little bit of limitations. The limitations breed creativity. There are limitations on it, but it's certainly not that hardware of a limitation. Wouldn't have hardware division. It's true. It's true. The limitations are interesting because they are kind of unrealistic. They are kind of unrealistic, which I find a little bit funny here. All right, so we're gonna go from here to here. Oops. From here to here. And then back up here. Like that. So it's going to be a little bit slower of an animation. So, oh, I did it wrong way. This needs to be the other way. Here to here. So we can like oscillate back and forth if we want. So there's some little differences that we could do here. I kind of like it. I kind of liked it. The shimmying back and forth was cute. So Steve, are you recommending we implement our own division? We implement our own divider. 1 hour, Dirty Puddle. Welcome back to the stream. 1 hour to your New Year's. I think I have, what is that? 15 hours to go here. 16 hours to go here. But Happy New Year. If it's greater than 60, subtract 60. It's true. We could do that too. That's hilarious. That's an idea. That's an idea. Steve, how you been, buddy? This TIC-80 is super fun, super cool. Little editor here. Show shadow. All inclusive, but we're having fun with it. I'm going to be teaching a class to my students. Dungeons and Dimples, Happy New Year's Eve. Dungeon and Dimples, how you doing, my friend, folks? You guys know Dungeons and Dimples. Hang on. Is it just Dimples? I know how to stream. I'm a stream. Incredible streamer.
She's taken particular offense to this pile of snow.
Variety streamer.
And is just attacking it with all of her arrows. What are you doing, honey? Die, Snow.
If you guys don't know Dungeons and Dimples, you should. You see this little heart right here? You see that heart, folks? Folks, go give Dungeons and Dimples some love. If you want to watch a variety streamer, incredibly fun stuff. We do collab streams sometimes. We're going to be playing Marvel Champions next year. We're going to be playing Marvel Champions. We're playing video games. Dungeons and Dimples doing a collab stream with Dr. Jin. Till Death Do Us Part. Georgie and Alex later today. Click that heart. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, folks. Click that heart because the incredible stream, you want to check it out. Board games, retro games, paleo pines, just fun stuff. Not enough arrows. A tuber tugger. Let's get some. Oh no, it's gone. Quick. Dungeons and Dimples. We need more arrows. Look, all the arrows here. Tuber, is this enough? Is this enough arrows for you? Hang on. Oh no. It's out of control. The arrows have lost they've taken over my computer, folks. They've taken over. Folks, we need at least 2 to the 19 arrows. Where am I clicking? I know, I don't know. Look. Tuber, tugger. That's okay. That's okay. Dungeons and Dimples, we are going to be doing some coding too, aren't we, Coder? Dungeons and Dimples, that's right. Dungeons and Dimples is going to learn how to program. We're going to be doing some live coding lessons with Dungeons and Dimples. So be sure to follow. Incredible streamer. We'll be over there later today. What time? How long? Dungeons and Dimples. Aeropocalypse. That's right. Dungeons and Dimples. What time is it? Not what time. Tell me how many hours are we away from your stream? How many hours are we away from your stream? Because I think it's coming up pretty soon. Because I can't do time. I can't do the math. Steve. Join us in the nerddom. Look, don't you want to play those games? Look, I got my ops, I even got my total gen. Oh no, my closet's open. Stop looking at my skeletons. We gotta close that out there. 4 hours, folks. Be there or be a square. Look, we got all kinds of fun stuff in this room. We got the board, we got the exercise equipment. Captain getting in shape. Captain, enter the Nerd Dome. BK, how's it going, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. It's nice to have you here on this beautiful day. How you doing? How you been? How's it going? How's your adventing going? Are you adventing your way through the... Oh, wrong button. There we go. Doing well. Happy New Year. Exactly. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. We are playing around with TIC-80. TIC-80. We were... Oops, I hit a button. I just ruined the chat on my screen. We were just playing it. We've made a little tiny game where we can... Game is such a strong word. Created a little thing here where we can walk around in this world. We can go off the edge of the map here. We can edge into the next sections here. And we're exploring how we could write animations. How we could write some animations for it. Exactly. That's exactly what we're going for here. Zelda-esque, JRPG-esque. I have a little dialogue system that we built too. It's just not there. So we have this as well. So we have this little. So we're building out our interface. We have a welcome to RPG here. So we're gonna have some stuff here. So what I want to do next? Hopefully teach my students a little bit. Okay, this is a way you could animate. We've got a scurvy doctor. Dr. Scurvy. I'm gonna need some treatment 'cause I was out on a boat. And I'm so glad you're here 'cause I wasn't eating enough citrus. Dr. Scurvy, won't you come and treat me well? I need you to give me that medicine. Send me a bag of lemons Dr. Scurvy, welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Captain Coder's Academy. It's so nice to have you here on this beautiful day. Dr. Scurvy, I'm so glad you're here because I have a medical condition. How would you recommend I treat my scurvy here? How would you recommend I treat my scurvy? Is it a treatable condition? Is scurvy treatable, or is it like just something you can prevent through eating lemons? I'm glad you're here with us. All right. What I wanted to do is I want to make it. It's very treatable. Yes, treatable. Gotcha. If you can get the vitamins, go outside and call me next week. How dare you look, how dare you tell me to go outside? I have my window closed. There ain't no vitamins coming in here. I should open this one up. How dare you? Someone the other day was like, do you touch grass? And I was like, I don't even know. This is the first time I heard the term. Hang on, folks. We're gonna get this window. We're gonna get this light. When I started streaming, there was no light outside. And so there was no reason to open the window, but we're gonna open the window. We're gonna get this cracked. Look, we're gonna get this light. Oh, I actually think sometimes the light messes up with my face. Hang on. Let's get this open here. Oh, that beautiful light. Now I got that nice indoor sheen. Nice, lots of boxes, huh? Do I have lots of boxes in here? Board games. You're referring to my board games? There's a couple. There's a few back there. Dark Man, how we doing, my friend? Welcome back to the stream. It was so nice to see you streaming the other day. It's so nice to see you. Welcome back. We'll see about going outside. Look, I got my scurvy on the ocean. You get scurvy because people are like under deck. You have a window boarding room. That's contradictory. It's true. How dare I have a window in my board game room? In my labyrinth. Fun fact, my Twitch name is from a movie, and the character was played by James Caan. James Caan, is that how we pronounce it? Darkman wants to know, how is everything going? Everything's going beautifully well, my friend. Wonderful year. I cannot believe I've been streaming for over a year now. I can't say I'm new to streaming anymore. It's been an incredible year, folks. Been absolutely wonderful being here, streaming, making my day. I started streaming on December Advent of Code 2022, and it's just been so much fun. Any day I can wake up and code with you people. You're marvelous, you're wonderful, you're incredible people. Any day I can wake up and code is a wonderful day, and you guys making my morning. I'm feeling kind of down today, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll stream. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, but it's wonderful. It came out wonderful. Okay, so one thing I want to do, we're gonna do the handle inputs here. I want to make it so different events can happen. When I step on a flower, I want it to say, smells, there's a flower here. I want to say there's a flower here when you step on a flower spot. So we're going to look into that here. So we have the player movement. All right, so this updates the player movement. One thing I want to do is keep track of where the player was. So I could do the following. We can say, okay, function, check space. Check space here. And what we're going to say, get player.x, player.x, player.y. And what we can do is we can say cell. This is cell is like, elements. I don't know what to call ID here. This is what we're standing on. We can say if ID is a 4 or we're in Llewellyn, is a 5. So 4 and 5 here are sprites here. 4 is this flower, 5 is, so it's 4 and 5 are the flowers. Steve, it's true, Steve. I'm not good at this game. I'm not good at keeping it short. This is where you would use a minifier, I think, to do it. Circle with a mole. Made a forum about development on my fan game in the project forums. Awesome. Cool. Folks, go check it out. Circle with a mole. Go check out Circle with a Mole's game, everybody. All right, so we have this 4 and 5 here. What I could do, I have this thing here. Smells. There is a flower here. So does anyone know what's wrong? I gotta actually call it check space. So we're gonna handle input check space like this. So we're in a spot. Something will happen. So when I move on to the flower, does anyone know what's gonna happen here? We do get, ooh, there's a flower here. There's a flower here. It's gonna, this happens every frame. Every frame it happens. I want it to only happen when I move into it. When I move into it. So it keeps saying there's a flower here because this is checking every frame. I only want to check the space if the player moved. In the moment the player moves, that's when I want to do this check here. So in handle input, I'm not entirely sure where I should do this, but I could do in handle input, I can make this return a true if the player moved, something like that. So we're gonna handle input. I think what I want to do is I want to have this, you know, moved. Oh, you know what I should have this do? I should have it return the, there's a couple things. I kind of think I want to make this moved equals. I want to have this return true if the player moved. If the player moved, return true. So there's like some interesting things here. Interesting things here that I'm not entirely sure the best way to do it, especially to reduce the amount of characters here. In my mind, if a button was pressed at all, handle input would be if a button was actually pressed. We return here. Make a flower. Make a flower a boss. We can make a flower boss. Make a giant flower boss. You gotta fight. You know, and you gotta fight it with with histamines, or is it antihistamines? You'd have to fight it with antihistamines. It's a histamine monster. So we'll have this return true if you actually pressed something. So part of me is thinking, return button P0 or button P1 or button P2 or button P3. So part of me is thinking, can we make it so if any of these are pressed, we get a true. And we'll say if moved, then check space. And we can also put it like if handled input in there as well. All right, so this should only happen once when we step into it if things went well. All right, there's a flower here. All right, so now we have it set up where when we move into a spot, we can trigger something to get displayed. We can trigger something to get displayed, but based on when we moved and have it only happen once. Only happen one. In cases where it repeats itself, but I want to play ones, I do something I call where I make something with a timer, make the timer go up and if and use an if method. So use an if. I think maybe this is what I've done here. So I've kind of made it handle input returns true if we actually pressed a button. If we actually press a button. You gotta pack the text into sprites to save on code space. It's true. We could do that. We could do that. What we could do, I wonder if we could call out. I wonder if we could actually make web calls. So I wonder if can we read files from TIC-80? We gotta save space. Look. You know, we could change this to p.y, p.x, those things. I'm gonna leave the code golf. Look, I think optimizing for programmer sanity is important. And then we can put it in a Lua minifier. We can put in a Lua minifier. Look, we could do this. We could always do this, and then what? This minifier is terrible. This minifier is terrible. This minifier is not doing anything super intelligent. This minifier is terrible. A good minifier would like change all of our variable names. To like single characters and local. Maybe I need to put a local in there. I'm not sure. This minifier is bad, but we could do something with a minifier to like really take advantage of stuff. Okay. All right. So I'm not going for tiny. Steve, you got to keep in mind we're not going for tiny. We're going for everything's a global variable. In this right now, it's not everything. Apparently everything is global because I haven't done local. Look, Steve, then I have to add in more characters. I have to add in more characters if I do this. Look at those characters. Look, Steve, do you want them to be local or do we want small? We're in Lua. It's like a VARs in JavaScript where it's just if I don't put the word local, it's global. So maybe I should put local there. Look, I'm exploring this. Dungeon says a palm-based mine would be such an underrated baddie. No one would expect it to be that bad, and then you find yourself clawing your eyes up. You get 1 byte per pixel or less. So let's take a look at the sprite editor. So we have up to 4 bits pixels here, and then in the free version, I should call it the basic version, not pro version. The pro version, you can swap your palette out, so you get 2 banks in this version. In the pro version, you get 8 banks. So it times 4 in the pro version. And then you have these flags on your different. You can set flags on the sprites as well. So every sprite can have up to. So you can do some crazy encoding stuff here if you want to get crazy. And then you have a map editor, and the map editor is 1920 by 1080 pixels. 1920 by 1080, not pixels, cells here. Happy New Year, popcorn! Oh, you're the goofballs, the goof crew. Yeah, but that's sort of what we're doing here. We're just playing. We're not trying to get crazy. We're just trying to have fun, keep things simple, keep things light here. Trying not to do anything too intense. All right, so we check the space if a key was actually pressed. Okay, and you'll notice these things start getting a little bit horrible. Like if I wanted to add, let's add in another one. So this is the type of thing I'm going to teach my students for managing complexity. This is why that window was closed. Look at this. This is why that window was closed, because now I'm Captain Blind over here. I'm Captain. You can't even see I'm Captain. All right, we gotta close that window again, folks, because it's too bright. Too bright. We gotta close this down. And there's a little bit too much going on with that light there. Captain blown out whites, exactly. Captain blown out whites. All right. As much as I'd love to get rid of the scurvy. Blind or blonde, it's true. All right, so let's add in. I'm gonna add in another sprite here. A tile here. That's gonna be. I want to put a wall. Can we do a brick? Can I draw a brick? Is that a thing I could draw? Let's see if we can do bricks here. Bricks, sort of. Let's do rectangles. Let's have them offset like this. We'll do some bricks. They need to be able to tile. This is interesting. Do I have to do 3 by 3? Let's try 3s to get it to tile right. 3. There we go. 3 is going to be the magic number. We're going to do some bricks here. Brick 'em, brack 'em. Ooh, and then it's too tall. Let's do 3 wide. Let's see if I do 3 wide. Oh, this is going to be interesting to get these to have sort of the alternating pattern I was hoping to have here. Let's try it. Look, I want to create a pattern here. Let's try it like this. There we go. You can do bricks like this. So we're going to put in a brick wall here. What color should go in between the bricks? This one should be like this. Hang on. There we go. Do a little bit of a fill here. Is orange? Oh, that's horrific. Gray. All right, so be able to have a tiling brick like this. Grayish white. Yeah, I was thinking this. I really want my brick. Ugh, horrible. It's a little bit better. I like this one. We can adjust that color. Yeah, we could write it recursively. We could write it recursively if we wanted to. It's just a pathfinding. Yeah, it's true. It's one of the most difficult things anyone's ever written before. I really want these bricks to be thicker. What if I, hang on, what if I make their space two spaces between them? There we go. I like that. Ooh, and then we can add a little shadow. Oh, I like that idea. Hang on. Then we'll add a little shadow. Hang on. Hang on, folks. Hold on to your butts. We're about to get crazy in here. Things are about to get wild. Things are about to get wild up in here. All right, so we'll add in a little shadow here. Why can't I draw you? Is this the pattern I want? I think this is the pattern I want. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Hang on. Hang on. Let's go back to what we had here. Hang on. There we go. We got our brick pattern. Things get Googles. Thank you for the Googles. The Googles, did it work? Things got wild. I missed it. I missed it. All right. So my idea here is now I can add in, these are the worst bricks ever, by the way. I can add in bricks around the outside border of my world map, so we can make it so the player can't move through the bricks. Make it so the player can't move through the bricks here. We're gonna add these in here. Perfect. These are this is terrible. I'm bad at the pixeling. I'm bad at the pixeling here. But this is our brick here is sprite 17. Sprite 17, right? So what we can do is now we can say else if ID equals 17, then, all right, ouch. Ouch. You run into a wall. We're gonna say ouch here. And we gotta move the player back to their previous position. So I'm gonna add in a last X and a last Y. A Steve. And we actually need to start our player at, let's start our player at 19-3. So they're like sort of in the world here. And put us at 3-19. And Nameless Coder, welcome back to the stream, my friend. How's it going, my friend? Welcome. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And so before we handle inputs, we want to do player.last X is equal to player.x, player.last Y is equal to player.y. So we track their last X, their last Y. And so when they bump into something, we can move them back. It's only 8x8. Just generate all possible permutation of 8x8 pixels given your palette and pick the best one better than Dolly. It's true. It's true. It's small enough. It's small enough that we can do that. Hang on. Oh no. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So now if we're 17, ouch. And then the player, we have to move the player. Player.x is equal to player.last X, player.y is equal to player.last Y. So we can make it, hopefully, I think, we try and move into, this is interesting. Apparently in my map editor, I made the mistake of putting that on the wrong spot there. All right, let's, boom, boom. Boo, it's magic, you know. There we go. All right. I shouldn't be able, ouch. So if I try and move into a wall, I get an ouch. There's a flower here. Ouch. And I can walk along my wall. Did I put a wall on the bottom? Oh no. I did. I can just walk out of the universe here. All right, let's put one on the right side. Here we go. Put a wall here. So this is how I'm going to teach my students to create a little game. I'm probably going to give them a lot of this. I'm definitely going to give them the dialogue. I'm going to give them a little base. It's probably ready for Steam early access. It's Steve. Steve, absolutely. Absolutely, 100% ready to go. No one... Ouch. No one's ever made a game this good before. Ouch. Another thing we can do is we can make it so that the map is like always centered on the player is another option, which is something I think might be really fun to do. might be really fun to do is make it so the map is always centered on the player. So there's like little different possibilities of things we can do here. All right. Gee, I didn't know there was going to be a stream today either. Look, gee, that makes two of us. That makes two of us. I wasn't sure I was going to stream today. I decided, look, I'm up. I'm awake. It started an hour later than I normally start. Everything's crazy. Everything's crazy. I'm just having fun. So one of the things you might consider doing is magic numbers are a little bit tricky here. Baldur's Gate 3 has competition. True story. True story, Nerd Waffle. All right. So what I might do here, what we might do is we might create a variable like the following. We might create a variable called wall 17 flower. Flower has 2. I'm wondering if I could do it this way. Flower is 4 and 5. And maybe I make wall like this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would want to do in this case. So I'm like, I'd ship this game. It's true. We could ship it. All right. So what I might do, what I really want to do is sort of say, we're doing a little bit of refactoring here. If the ID is in this case, it'd be flower 1 or flower 2. And this one is wall of 1. Right, let's see if this breaks. Ouch, I can't move through the walls. Here we go. I think it's Google's. I think it's Google. I don't know, does it not work? Is that, maybe that command is broken. Let's look. What is the actual command there? Twitch, Captain Coder. I'm gonna see what I think it's right in the description below here. Google's, it's Google's, it's not goggles. Maybe it should be goggles. Put on your googly goggles. Maybe it should be goggles or googly. Here, we're gonna update this. It should be both. Should be both. Let's see how the sausage is made. Here we go. We're going into Firebot. Commands, Google's. Google's here. Let's add in an alternate version. Alias Google. Google's. There we go. Did it work? I wasn't paying attention. Google's, it was already the command. Hang on, I wanted to make it goggles. Goggles. Goggle. One more. Goggles. How much easier to use now? There we go. Look, never miss goggles. There we go. We got the goggles in there. EI Leiden. Thank you for the follow. Lighting up the stream. We got lighting up my life. Lighting. Thank you for following me today. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Lighting. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Captain Coder's Academy. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. Happy Yule. Merry Yule. Merry Christmas. Happy all the holidays. Welcome aboard. I'm happy to have you here on this beautiful day. All right. So, welcome to the crew. Yeah, welcome to the crew indeed. Okay, so what I want to do is simplify this a little bit where we can sort of, when we step on this thing, I want to have a thing that looks up. Given an ID, I don't want to have this if statement here. I want to do this like refactor. What would be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if I could do, handle space ID. This is sort of what I want to do. Handle space ID. And really, I want to do like handle space.id dot, handlers. I want to index into the thing and then like perform the handle. I want to do this. I could also maybe just make it so this gives us back a function here. So I want to have this thing called handlers. And handlers is going to pull out like these functions here. So I can have a function. I could maybe even better. All right, so this is what I want to do for my movement handlers. Probably what I want. Move on enter. This is sort of what I want to do. On enter, taking an ID here. We're gonna do an maybe. Maybe I do it this way. Just Lua have switch. Lua switch statement. What is the alternate switch statement? Does Lua not have switches? It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. So, but on enter ID here is sort of what I want to do. Function, and now I've done on enter. And now things are getting dumb because like I have a method that just pulls out the ID and then calls on enter. So it's a little bit dumb here. ID, sprite ID. Okay, we're gonna take it and maybe I just do ID here. ID. I want to create a variable called events like this. And should be I kind of want this to be global. And it's these things, events. This is why I was, my brain is a little torn. I'm all over the place, folks. I'm all over the place. I'm a little torn on how to do this. But the idea being 17 is going to be a function. It is this thing here. Okay. The idea is that this one is a function that does this. And we could also say that, well, this is wall of 1. We could do it like that. The dash. So we could say dash wall. And this might be repeated. You'll notice for my flower, I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it twice here. So this might be pulled out. I could also... Events kind of need to be at the bottom or something. I don't know entirely what I want to do here. But on enter ID here... I used TIC-80 to make a simple demo for once, but I never did know it had gaming capabilities. Interesting. I thought that was sort of like the only thing it was... thought that was its main purpose. Hit wall might be a better thing here. So I could pull this out like this. And the main idea is when you hit a wall, it says out and you move the player back. So now I can do a refactor, hit wall. All right. Function, smell, flower. Like this. This would be smell flower. So hopefully this should all be the same so far. I missed something. Line 15. Have an extra comma here. Lua is the simplest C language to compile anywhere. I compiled it on tandem nonstop mainframe on second try a couple of decades ago. You can compile Lua? I did not know Lua was compilable. I know it's interpreted. Line 15. Oh, it doesn't like that I've created a function here. Do this for now. Oh, you can't have a key on the left? Oh. If I want to do a number on the left, it has to be this thing. Okay. So I want to make sure my wall still works. Ouch. Let's change my dialogue speed. I'm going to make it faster. There we go. This is the good question, nameless coder. This is the key value pair. So the left side 17 is saying that the key is a number 17. So it's like the index value here. Darkman says, sorry, but I have to go to work on my game on stream. Enjoy your stream, Darkman. Thank you for being here. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, be the best you can be. Enjoy your game, and I can't wait to see you again. We'll be back on Tuesday. You're welcome back. You're welcome back anytime. This is sort of our mapping. This is our mapping here. So 4, 7 is not the right thing I wanted to map to. I want this to map to the function. So I'm gonna make this called events. There's something interesting. I have to put this at the bottom. I have to put this at the bottom or initialize it in boot. Maybe I do it in boot. Because these functions don't exist until the game starts up. Let's put them in boot. Where's boot? Boot. All right, events. We're gonna put these here. So the idea being that 17 is our wall, and then this is gonna be hit wall. 4 is gonna be smell flower. 5 is gonna be smell flower. And you're gonna see I'm hopefully gonna be reworking this a little bit. But the idea here is in our check space. Check space now. I should be able to do the following. I can say events of ID. We need to check that that is in there. All right, so we're gonna say event is equal to this. We're gonna say if event is nil. This means that there wasn't anything in there. Then return. Do nothing. Otherwise, execute the event. Think. Ouch. There's a flower here. So now my check space, I don't know if it's actually simpler or not, but all of my events kind of get set up in this spot here. Set up in this spot here. And I want to do one more thing where I say like, well, go through all my walls. They need to go to hit wall. It all happens once. It's a little bit more efficient too, because I'm not doing an if statement. I'm just looking up the event that we want to run here. This code is horribly disorganized. Looks easy. Nameless code. Do you think it looks easier to read? Some people would argue that it's more indirect. It's more indirect, saying, you know, we could also do things. So, you know, someone might argue that, well, we should just put this here. We don't need that intermediate variable. You know, so there's different preferences here. We say if this tile has an event, go do that event here. Okay. So for my students, I'm not sure if we'll probably do a little bit of talking about like, here's how you might refactor this. Here's this idea of, in Lua, they're called tables. This idea of an array. Okay, but now we should be able to, you know, wall, flowers. I wish the comments didn't count towards the size. We can add a bunch of different things in here. I'm not sure if I want this, like, you know, still there's sort of stuff here where if we want multiple to access it. I don't know the best way to do it. Yeah. But we can now make it so when we step onto different tiles, different things happen. If I keep spamming into the wall, ouch, 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 ouch. Get that. There's a flower here. All right, let's make it. All right, let's make it so we can pick a flower. So if the player presses the A button, that's not what I want. We want to make it so that they can pick up a flower and it'll remove it from the map. It'll remove it from the map. All right. So let's do that. Get rid of update map. Draw does the animation. Dialogue does the dialogue. Oh, we can kind of do the same thing with the animation. Yeah, animate map. You'll notice this is a little, if I wanted to add more animations, it becomes similar. So what you could do is say, what are my animation orders? So 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 4, 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 6, 6 goes. You could do this something like that as well. So we could simplify this if we want to add more animations on the overworld map. What I want to do, let's add in for our handle input. When someone presses a button, so I believe it's if button 4 is the A button. Let's for now write pressed A, I believe. So now I can be pressed A. All right, so when I press, on my keyboard, it's J. Let's make sure. Menu. A is J. Yeah, so A. Pressed A. We kind of want to have a method here that says, depending on where you're standing, we're going to do handle, A. It's sort of like when we need to do a thing. Handle Jank Dram, welcome back to the stream. How you doing, buddy? How's your game coming along? Dirty Puddle, yes, Happy New Year indeed. All right, handle A action. You know, we might even just call it action. Action key. All right, so I'm gonna write a method function action key. So this is gonna be when the action key is pressed, let's do some stuff, and different things can happen on different spaces. Different things can happen on different spaces, and so when we're on a flower, something happens. Something different will happen here. So again, we can say if. Let's get the player. What the player's on. This is what the thing that we were standing on when we do it. We can even make it so that we accept like the ID of something, but the ID here we say if ID is equal to a flower. Is there a contains? Then, all right, so if it's a flower, right, you pick the flower. All right. So come in here. I crashed. It didn't like action key. What is the error message? These are harder to debug. I got rid of the variable flower. So this should actually be 4 or ID equals 5. I think I got rid of that variable 4 or 5 here. All right. No game dev during the holiday break. How you been, Captain? I've been doing absolutely wonderful. All right. So now it'll say you pick the flower. If I press the action key when I'm on a flower, if I press the action key anywhere else, nothing happens. You pick the flower. Okay. So I want to actually make it pick the flower. Pick the flower. Yeah, we're in the future. Dirty Puddle. Send me the lottery numbers. Look, I'll help you out. I've been absolutely wonderful. I haven't been coding. I started programming again yesterday. So it's kind of crazy. I forced myself not to write any code. I've been wanting to write code, but I forced myself not to write any code. But we're going to pick the flower. And then we need to replace the flower. So we're going to mset player.x player.y with some grass here. We can even make it do something interesting where it like add in an extra, let's copy this. We can make it look like this. All right. Where there's this stem where a flower used to be, which I think would be funny. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it, you take the flower and it leaves it this sort of dead flower like that. All right, so you take it, you pick the flower, it becomes 6. It becomes 6. All right. So mset, we pick the flower. The flower gets taken when you do it like that. So how many flowers do you have to pick before a flock of them swarms you and pecks you to death? Just like in Legend of Zelda, it should be a little flower tombstone. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make a little tombstone here. I love that. I love it. I love it. Let's make it a little bit. Let's do it like this. All right, perfect, perfect. Flowered tombstone it is. Can't write the word rip on it. Rip. There we go. There we go. All right. You pick the flower, turned into a stone. It's hilarious. All right. And now we can make it. All right, let's add an event. Let's add an event. Flower rip. All right. So smell flower function. The interesting thing is flower rip. Right. There is a flower grave here. Line 125. No trailing commas. Line 125. Oh, missed a comma there though. So now we take it, you pick the flower, and if you come back, there's a flower grave here. All right, nice. Perfect. Steve, thank you so much for that. Points, add Steve. 100 points for you. Thank you for your contributions. I appreciate it. Hilarious. Okay. So we have ourselves a little game here. All right, let's make it keep track of. This is where things are getting tricky. It's like avoiding this part here because I kind of need to have. I could just have a little thing that displays like player stats, so not too hard to make it just say how many flowers we have, right? That one's pretty easy, but it's in our draw. Animate map. I'm gonna make this say draw. Really, I need to move some other stuff in here. Where's the dialogue? Just a simple game where you have like 50 flowers and you get to an exit. It's true. It's simple. All right. Draw here is gonna be our dialogue. And let's move this into function draw map. Not map quite, but draw view. Okay. I need to draw like inventory. Draw inventory. Okay. So really this is going to be like print player.flowers. Going to show how many flowers a player has. Player flowers is 0. They start with 0 flowers. Oh, can I do trailing commas? I can do trailing commas. I'm just bad at this game. All right. Now when we pick something about flower, smell flower. What was it? What did I call it? Action key. I didn't put it in its own method here. We actually do player.flowers. There's no plus. There's not even a plus equals. Player.flowers +1. It cost me a whole byte. It's true, Steve. It's true. But it saves me. It costs me a byte, but saves me sanity. Isn't a byte worth a little bit of sanity? How much sanity is 1 byte worth? If we were starting to get close, then I would start trying to whittle it down. I'd start trying to whittle it down. All right. So notice this number 0 in the top here. When I pick a flower, that number goes up. Okay. What I want to do is I want to add another dialogue over here. Another dialogue. Let's come over to our map editor. Our map editor here. Come up here. I'm going to move this over. Maybe even duplicate it. Drop that there. All right. And maybe we make it a little wider. Let's move this here and duplicate this inner part. Oh, I didn't copy enough. There we go. So now, oh wow, they added a ton of language support for this. They have a lot. I don't know if this is language support. They do a bunch of cool. The map editor is super cool. When you say language support, what do you mean? Oh, as far as which languages support, yeah, Lua, Python, JavaScript, Scheme, a bunch of stuff. Janet, it's another one. All right, so we're gonna have it create this over here. So what's interesting is I'm starting to realize that draw view. Really, I feel like I should do draw overlay here. Draw overlay. And move on my map. Pull this out and really just have this draw. Oops, what did I do? And I might not want it to always draw it, but maybe I do. All right, let's just have it. I'm gonna put this draw inventory. I'm gonna just get rid of that. Draw inventory. We're gonna put this because we might want to change where it goes. This is 90. So 9 0. And really, I feel like I should just make it go 90, and then how wide and tall is it? It's gonna be 7 tall, I believe. Let's go with 16 wide just to test that, and it's gonna put that there. 16 wide is not right. 14. 14, yeah, 14. 13 is going to be one short. And then we just shimmy it over so it's not on top. So it's drawing that out there. That's 8 tall. So, 9 tall? Was it really 9 tall? Nice. And then we shimmied over our X position here. Let's go with 9 times 8. There we go. So now we have this little thing here. We can even change the color or something on it, but it loads that up. Let's have it show, and we're gonna move our flowers into that. So instead of printing this, we're gonna print flowers like that. And the position for this is X 9 times 8. And I think it's 9 times, it should be 10 times 8, I think. And then 8 down. 10. There we go. So now we have our flowers over there in our inventory. We might even make it say inventory here, but as we pick our flowers, the flowers go up like this. We're going through killing all the flowers on our map here. Give me those flowers. Give me those flowers. Stomp them out. No one wants you. Secret flowers. And we can even make a maze. Aren't you supposed to draw overlay after the world? If I draw the overlay second, the overlay will get drawn on top of stuff. It depends on the order. Gee, I don't think it matters in this case. Oh, I am drawing it after. I draw view first. I do an interesting thing here. I'm not entirely sure if that makes sense. In this case, the order doesn't matter that much. All right. So we collect our flowers. But yeah, the main reason. Cool. 10. Are there only 10 flowers? 11. All right. We can make it a little maze, so you can't see all the flowers at the same time. So you gotta grid your way through to find them all. Sweet. Sweet. And we got ourselves a little game. We got ourselves a little game, folks. You get you can kill 13 flowers. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Hit save here. But yeah, that's how you would do a little bit of an inventory. Flowers 13. You can make it so that, you know, maybe you can make it so you can plant a flower. Ooh. I want to make it so you can plant a flower. That'd be an interesting thing. I don't want to make a little dirt mound. I need some brown. I need some brown in here. Little dirt mound here with my flower. With like a dead flower. One second. Let's switch this all back here. Ah! Little dirt mound. The flower that used to be here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. All right, I think I like that. The little flower. It's interesting how the colors look. It does look like a little bit of brown in there. We can make it so this flower grows. All right, so dirt grave, we picked the flower. I'm having too much fun. Do you guys agree? This is just too much fun. All right, folks. We're gonna wrap it up here. This was super fun. Playing around and getting this to work. So this would be sort of like a base that I give my students. This would be sort of like a base. I might not even give them this much. I'd probably give them a little bit less. I'll probably give them each of these components separately and say you got to figure out how to combine them together. But this is mostly me figuring out how to do things I want to do in TIC-80. You can build a big old world with this now. The flower grave. I like it. I'm having too much fun. All right, I got all 13 of them. All right, let's save. All right, we're gonna find someone to raid, folks. We're gonna head out of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Happy New Year, everyone. I'll be back on Tuesday. Who knows? Maybe I'll be back tomorrow, but I know I'll be back on Tuesday. I don't want to tell you guys to keep coding, keep growing, be the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. We're gonna find someone to raid into. Happy New Year's, everyone, indeed. Let's see. Who do we got? Who do we got here? We got some. We're gonna go raid Devro. Devro, incredible game developer. Let's give him a raid. All right, folks. Don't blow anything that's true. All right, folks. We're gonna go see Devro. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, be the best you can be. And you're welcome back anytime. Have a beautiful day. Bye.